Hello, everybody out there in Clixland, and welcome to another episode here on Clixin It. I, like always, am your host, Adam. Sick host for tonight. I've been fighting a cold, so if I stumble a lot today, I apologize. This is episode 198, and we will be doing, I think, the first ever Clix fantasy draft. So we have a huge cast on the podcast tonight. We've got Dan, we've got Ryan, we've got Miles, we've got Pete, who's a first-timer. We've got myself, and we got Mike, and we have Austin. So we have 7 people on the podcast, so a lot of mouths to feed tonight. So how this is going to work is we are going to have 16 rounds to draft modern age figures. Now, we are drafting through House of X all the way through Notorious. Obviously, Wheels of Vengeance has not been released yet, but this is going to be the order that we're going in. And these are going to be the rules of the draft. So we're drafting either a figure or an equipment from the modern age right now. There is no limit to drafting primes. So if you want to have 16 primes on your team, have at it. Because this team is not only about building the best team that you can make, but also preventing other people from building the best team they can make. If you happen to draft a Lantern ring, it comes with all of the constructs that come with it. That way people aren't having to draft every ring or every construct that comes with them. When building the teams, it's going to be Highlander rule, unless it is a generic or a figure that can make multiple copies of themselves. So like a Mirror Master or things like that. You don't have to draft any maps, mystery cards, or tarot cards. Those will be all at the disposal once you build. We are doing a snake draft, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll keep doing that until round 16. And each person will have 2 minutes on the clock to pick their figure. If they decide to waste those 2 minutes and not pick, they will forfeit their round. And then after the episode is done, each player will take their 16 figures, make a 300-point team off the podcast, and then we are thinking of doing a little mini tournament on Roll20 or in real life to see how these teams actually work out. So we're doing this because Adam Friedman actually came up with the idea of having all the content creators out there do this and have a little tournament of themselves. So I thought this would be a good practice for myself and for any other content creators that listen to this to kind of get ideas of what you would draft. Now, what we might do is if Wheels of Vengeance does come out soon, which it is in about a month, we'll do a draft again, but only draft one figure from Wheels to add onto the team. Haven't quite decided yet. So we are going to get this started. So I do have the figure that the last person picked, so you guys can see what they wanted. The worst figure in Heroclix right now is just kind of the display piece for that. But Matt/Pete is going to be our first pick. This is his first time. Actually, I'm going to change that to Pete because I always call you Matt for some reason. He is a first timer on the podcast, but he is part of our crew. So, Pete, are you ready?
Born ready.
Born ready. All right. So Pete is going to be the first pick. And when it's the person's turn, they're going to kind of speak out loud just so there's no dead talk. And then afterwards, we'll shit on their pick, whether it was a good one or not, especially Ryan. So Pete, you are on the clock.
All right. So most of the time when I team build, I start off the prime slot and build backwards. And then I text my team to Redman and he shits all over it. So I didn't do that for tonight, so I'm going to have to start with something completely different. And so I went through a lot of figures because picking number one in a fantasy draft is amazing, but it's also a lot of pressure. And so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of criticism coming out of the person picking 6, but luckily in the number one spot, you can't hear people that low anyway, so it'll be fine. So I am going to take storyline of organized play, X of Swords, Grand Prize Apocalypse, number 1 overall, because I just think he has a ton of utility. I think you can do a one-man army. I think he's honestly one of the best one-man armies Heroclix has ever seen. And I think that if the picks go right, I can have a pretty formidable team with him. That is my first pick overall.
All right.
So probably do a good job with him.
So Pete is going with Slop APOC. There's very few figures that I can see that would be number 1. He is definitely up there in the top 5 for number 1 picks.
Yeah.
All right, so that is the first pick of the draft. Congratulations, Slop APOC. Austin, you are now on the clock.
A World's Finest. I love the piece. Will always love the piece. And it's very formidable at all point values now, especially after rotation. And with the amount of abilities that it's able to come out, bring things out when it dies, has a lot of utility now on every point value, I believe. So
Yeah. I got to be honest with you. He was my second choice. I looked at him really, really hard. I think that's a great pick.
oh yeah, yep.
I didn't even bother thinking about him because I knew he was not going to fall to me.
Considering he just obliterated you, Pete, and you had to go buy one after, you took a wallop. That was fantastic.
I did see that
24
trade
hours
post about you purchasing him on Facebook.
I have never had a piece do 12 damage to me in one turn, and he did it. And he did crit hit me too, and but it completely chewed through like a Doom, an MOE Doom with like no problem at all, and I was just blown away by it.
He's always impressed me. Very
there is
good.
a first for everything, just like you being on this podcast. So that's a great pick, Austin. All right,
Thank you.
Dan is going to be up next. Dan, you are on the clock.
Easy money. 002 Scott Porter, the black shirt.
Nope.
Oh, interesting. This is interesting. I might have changed my pick now. I was not expecting that from you.
Really?
I was
Okay.
expecting Camo.
No, that's
Yeah,
like
me too.
that's the base.
That's
pick.
what I
because
said. That's 3 out of the
Yeah,
7 people that said Camo.
With how far away your next pick is, that just sounded like the smartest play. But
Nah,
I
that's-
do understand why you went black.
That's
It's a solid
the
pick, but
that's the bait pick. I'll take an amazing support piece for 25 points that does everything I
I
want.
get it. Yeah.
So just to confirm, it's the
Yeah.
black shirt Porter, not the white shirt.
Yes, this
Okay.
is the support Porter.
All right. So
I mean, honestly, Dan, I love it. You always bring like something interesting to the home games you play over at Redmond's. There's always some piece that I'm not expecting that does something with a single D6 that pisses me off a lot, but it's all good. So that's a great pick for you.
Thanks, Pete.
all right, Miles, you are on the clock.
All right. I was hoping I'd be picking last because then I can make one of my picks a joke pick.
Can I just say
but I
Russell
gotta go
Wilson is
straight
not an
pick.
option, Miles? So
Hey, you know what? 4-1. That's all I gotta say. Is 4-1.
I don't know how that's possible, but I digress.
Anyway, yes. So there's a few ways I can go about this. I can be like one of those vicious fantasy drafters where I see that Adam's drafting right after me, so I can be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get Black Lantern Superman." But that's not gonna be the pick. I even need to choose the one piece that is solid on all 3-point lines, but you're always gonna play him at the low point line. He's easily accessible. I think by himself, he's a great Black Lantern. I'm going with Necron.
I mean, who wouldn't go with Necron?
I mean, now pretty much no one
Yeah.
wants to have any other Black Lanterns on their team because they really can't do much without Necron.
Yeah, and since I'm picking in the middle of the pack, like that's where my whole entire draft was changing. Is that like now I need to build a piece because he's a good piece by himself, and so I figured I think it's best if I build around Necron. You can build a great Herald team. You don't even need Black Lanterns to make him effective. So
I mean,
I
he's
think
very
he's worthy
solid,
of the
honestly.
number 4 pick.
All right, so that means that I am currently on the clock, so there's my timer. So yeah, I didn't really put much thought into this because I didn't know what I was going to be getting after this. But let's see what some of my options are. So Black Lantern Batman is still probably one of the better Black Lanterns out there that you can choose from that doesn't need a Necron. World's Finest was kind of be my fail-safe, but thanks to Austin, and I should have known that Austin was going to take that one, so that doesn't help me there. You know what I think I'm actually going to be doing is I think he's going to make a pretty big leap into the meta, and that's going to be the Connelly Peg Captain America.
Ooh, yep.
Wow.
I agree.
Peg Captain America. That is who I'm going to go with. He just does...
What?
Yes, Peg Captain America. That is what I am dubbing him. He just brings so much, especially if Prime Spider-Man is a thing out there. He can just say, you don't have your defenses. Gets around outwit, things like that. So I think Peg Cap is a nice choice. Plus, he's my leadership. If I want to go either Asgardian or Avengers, he gives my team energy shield deflection, and he's just all around a great figure.
Just for the record, I was told to keep it PG-13, Adam, and you're talking about pegging Captain America.
Yeah, exactly. And
I'm not talking about pegging
He's either
Captain
gonna be
America.
pegged
He's the one doing the pegging. So
Yeah,
Peg Cap
yeah.
is my pick. All right, Ryan, you are on the clock.
Well, I have a list here. I was hoping for the other Scott Porter, but I think I'm just going to have to go with the white shirt Scott Porter.
Oh, thank God.
Start there.
You didn't want to have Dan have both of them, huh?
No.
Mike's breathed a sigh of relief.
I wouldn't
so
even have-
obviously he's getting.
No,
best
I'm
part
just
is I wouldn't
breathing a
even-
sigh of relief for my pick. Like, it's astounding to me.
That's
that
what I
I'm
mean.
getting
That's what
this
I'm
pick.
saying. Yeah.
I mean, the best part is
Yeah,
I wouldn't
no,
even have picked the other Porter. That was the thing. Like, I wouldn't even have picked. He's not even on my list of things to pick.
No, he's a great figure. He just can equip any equipment he wants pretty much for free. If you're themed, you get the +1. Is he's the community one or is that the black shirt one? He has the black
The
shirt
black
one.
shirts community. Yeah.
But he's great for a theme team because he just gives your entire team +1 attack. And I don't know, you could go the route of having all the figures be from the same set if you want to. WizKids figures and get that +1 damage, but I don't think that's the way you're going to go. And also the knockback that he does is phenomenal as well.
It's also not
And
as
the
hard
pulse
as it
wave, yeah.
used to be honest. Getting all things in the same set actually good.
The sets are better.
Yep.
I mean, I have zero problem with both Porters going in the first 7 picks. Like, that's almost 50% of every build that I'm going to be looking at for the next couple of years. Easy.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just do
Yeah.
so much.
I think everyone's
Absolutely.
starting at either they're building with either 275 or 250 on every build.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
All right, Iron Mike, you are on the clock.
All right, I'm on the clock, and I might take a little bit of time because last place I got to mess with other people. First of all, I think the best pick so far of round 1 definitely goes to Dan with Scott Porter. He's an essential part, like we were just talking about. Worst pick, I'm gonna say Adam. I think that pick was atrocious. I'm gonna say you could have gotten that like round 5. No offense. That was-
the fantasy clicks draft analyst Iron Mike over here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. I'm gonna be critiquing because I'm not gonna be able to talk for another like half an hour until it gets back to my pick.
So
I
what
gotta
you're
talk it
saying
all
is,
now.
if Adam wanted to peg Captain America, he
Yep.
could have
Yeah,
done it
that's all
much
he
later
would.
on.
Yeah, he just picked it because he wanted to say that right
I
off
could
the
have
rip.
pegged him in round 5, but I chose round 1.
I'm gonna say that I think my pick is definitely the best pick. Like it was Scott Porter until this. I can't believe that I got him in round 7. I thought he was gonna easily be a round 1 pick, and I'm gonna go with Carnage Silver Surfer. I think I'm not gonna get anything better value than that. This whole draft, getting him in 7th pick. He was on every single top 8 team at Worlds, so he might have been he was in the majority of the top 16 teams, but he was in every single top 8 team, and he was the number 1 figure played, I believe, too, at Worlds. So snagging him is a big boost, I think. And then my second pick, I'm gonna go with Prime Spider-Man. Again, just
two good
going
figures.
There you
just
go.
going with some heavy duty offense. I'll figure out utility later. We are just snagging some heavy hitters off the rip.
That's smart.
So
I mean, honestly, I think probably the 2 best attackers in Modern right now, right?
I think they're up there. I think that you guys went. I mean, World's Finest is definitely in that conversation of top attackers. And I think that I kind of have to go this route since all the other like good team building guys, at least the A slot ones, are off. So I have to do some backpedaling with team cohesion here in a bit.
Yep, that's going to be a hard team right there to take down. All right, Ryan, you are back up. You are on the clock.
All right, so those were my second and third choices, so you can eat my butt.
I was sweating bullets, so I'm white knuckling it over here.
I
that they
believe
weren't
Peg
taking.
Cap can eat your butt too.
Yeah, so if you would have picked one of those, Ryan, you would have been able to get Scott Porter in this pick, so he wouldn't have had to be eating your butt.
Well, we can have both. I'm going to go with Ultra Chase Mephisto.
Ooh, all right,
Solid,
spicy.
solid.
This has been one sexy podcast so far. Let me just say that. Just super sexy so far.
A lot of tantalizing conversation.
All right. So Mephisto is off the board. It's a good pick. Hopefully you can get some MOE on that team as well. and he just, he's your prob. He's super hard to hit. He comes off the sideline. He does a lot. All
Can
right.
Adam redeem himself with a good second pick?
I have an idea, but now you guys have me second guessing my whole way of life here. Let's see here. There's so many good low point figures out there, but I feel like I have to go with a little bit better of a hitter team. I just don't know what to do, whether it be a prime or if it's going to be just a
Can we give hints? Can we?
I mean, they'll never not be appreciated.
I was just gonna say you do have to keep in mind a Black Lantern guy right behind you.
I do, but he's just without Necron. I don't think he is the one to go after, personally.
Fair enough.
Let's see here. What is a good choice here? That would be a good one. That would be a good one. I know who I want to go with, but I don't think it's the right choice to go there, and I don't think he's going to come back. This is a tough one, to be honest.
Polar bear.
Polar bear. Only if he has the Coca-Cola bottle with him.
He does this time, so go ahead, take him.
Yeah, by all means, Adam, please.
Let's see.
Man, this is getting stressful. 30 seconds, Adam.
It
30
is.
seconds.
I know.
I just don't know what I want to go with here.
Something as sexy as peg cap.
Something.
Yeah.
that's
Do you have
sexy as
do you have a big plan in mind for a
Is
big
there a
team?
modern peg? Yeah.
Peggy.
Come on,
I
he's gonna
think
scuff
I'm
that.
gonna go
Seconds.
with. I don't own this guy, and I don't have him, but I think I'm gonna go with Mad Jim.
I do.
Mad
You say
Jim?
Mad Jim.
Mad
Okay.
Jim.
Mad Jim. All right.
All right.
Got with a prime pick. Mad Jim.
He's not.
So-
I really don't. Like I said, I've never had him. I've never used him before, but I think equipping Peg Cap with something would be good, like a Skybreaker or something like that, or even Pogreach.
He does a lot. He's not just the equipment thing. Like, he's uber utility. Like, he's amazing, honestly. Probably as far as just a prime that's not an attacker, one of the ones that I start looking at first and seeing what goes from there. So I think it's a good pick.
Yeah, the only issue that I'm running into is because I have to draft equipment. It's going to be limited to what I can draft and equip to people on him. All right, Miles, you are on the clock.
All right, so this is a tough choice. I mean, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna deal with this Surfer Prime Spider-Man
Yes, sir.
team, a world's finest. There's a few pieces I can go with. Necron's already a great start to my build, so I can go Herald, Deity, Black Lantern Corps, Monster. I think Monster's out of the question right now. There's just not a good amount of monsters right now. I can go with Genesis.
Oh, you bastard.
Yeah, that's a solid pick. Yeah.
And
That's who I thought
think
was
I'm gonna
thinking
have to
about
go
going
Genesis.
with.
He was up there
Yeah.
for me. I thought about if Slop APOG didn't get picked, I was gonna snag both of them for my 2 picks.
If you would have,
Yeah,
should grab
but
them.
I mean, Slop APOC was
I would
Genesis
trade
is
right
a
now.
great pick.
Genesis, Spider-Man. We'll
no,
trade right
I'm
now.
very happy with my 2 picks. I'm shocked I got them both.
Yes. Yeah.
Shocked.
I expected Ryan to get Prime Spider-Man, to be honest.
I'm sorry, Miles, did you say who you picked?
He said Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis.
You are going?
Slop
Okay.
Genesis.
So you are going with Genesis. Yeah, I thought about her just to get the keyword cheat and stuff like that, but I didn't know if she was the right choice for me at that time. If she would have swung all the way back to me, I probably would have took her, no problem. But I already had my leadership. I really didn't need another carrier. Theme isn't really going to be that impressive for my thing. I don't know if I would have even been theme. But the blades thing +1 is always a great thing if you can equip your characters or if they can have blades as well. All right, Dan, you are now on the clock.
Oh, well, since Miles took my pick, I'm going with King Killmonger.
Yeah, there it is.
That's another one I was thinking of.
Well, see,
Very well.
so King Killmonger, I was thinking, but with right now, people seeing that someone's going to draft Killmonger, the chances of the others drafting certain equipments is going to drop. So that's the one reason why I didn't draft him. Killmonger was going to be my pick.
Oh
But
yeah,
I'm like, crap.
I just
I don't know if
Genesis
they're
goes
gonna
on like
yeah.
all of my builds. So
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. No. I was just saying that Killmonger was going to be my pick over Genesis, but yeah, that was the one thing that, yeah. Killmonger,
that's
solid. You can't go wrong with Killmonger.
All right.
Even the dogs know.
Austin, you are on the clock. Are you going to pick someone that comes in for World's Finest, or are you going to go for some more support for him?
Both. I am picking Black Lantern Batman. I was going to do Prime Spider-Man, but Mike, you just had to do it, man. Black Lantern Batman is my next choice.
That's a great pick. See, rounds 2 and 3, I think, where you start to get the juiciest picks because everybody already knows like what they want number 1, but these are the picks where you're like, man.
So
Like,
the big reason
the
biggest reason I picked Batman is because apparently at Worlds they ruled that even if you ignore hindering and they're in the grave marker, you still can't target them.
Right.
no, you totally can't. No, you totally can because your line of fire is not blocked.
No, I understand that. I understand that. That's how I think it should be ruled as well. But at Worlds they ruled it that way, so I could see WizKids on the win ruling it in that favor. But either way, it's still really good. So it's worth having on the field and on the sideline because he is not unique.
Oh yeah, I was just saying like if you read IT hindering, it literally says,
I understand. I am on the board with that. Totally agree with you there. I think that's how it should be. But I mean, apparently at Worlds they ruled it that way. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair.
No, he's a great pick. He's your outwit.
Look at the
He's stealth. He can make his own grave terrain markers. He's got the flurry with the steel energy with willpower. He sees through hindering for outwit, which is a great one. He's just overall good.
Yup.
Yeah, he is. He's solid.
All right, Pete, welcome back to the show. You are up again. So you got 2 picks back-to-back here. So who are you going to team up with Slop APOC?
Well, Miles took my thunder, and because I was hoping that the couple would come back around. So I guess if we're going to take Prize APOC, I'll be the person that takes the kicker in the second round, and I will go with the Soul Sword.
All right, Soul Sword is gone. So we have our first equipment.
First equip gone. Interesting.
Oops.
Well, I mean, if nothing else, like throwing him 300 points with that on the table is not the worst decision in the world.
No, it made top 32 at least for World, so that was good in and of itself.
Yeah. And for my next pick, because I'm going to continue to try to build something out of this just to have some fun with it, I'm going to take Death Metal Wonder Woman. Because I love her. She does one thing that no other piece in Heroclix does, and that gives you the ability to revive anything.
Yeah, she's insane. That's another good pick. I had forgotten her. She wasn't on my list. She's great.
Imagine pre-errata where you could do it multiple times.
Not anymore.
Let's go with absolutely not.
How often
Absolutely
Pete
not.
with how often Pete lets his pieces die, that's a great piece.
that trade gets a lot of workout with me, so I'm very familiar with it. So yeah,
you could probably just do WW, and people would still
just do
understand what you mean.
I mean, I liked her. I played her at Worlds because on the team I had MOE swap and Prime Spidey and some other stuff, and it let me be aggressive and make some mistakes because honestly, I'm playing above my level with the players there, and so allowing me to make mistakes and be aggressive at the same time is the type of game I like to play. So that's why I like her so much.
All right, Austin, you are back on the clock.
Oh, easy choice. Black Lantern Martian Manhunter. Great, solid. I already have a solid detective base right now, so that's those two alone make it really good. He makes the grave markers, places them people away. He's kind of hard to kill. I already know that Scotty P's gone and Necron's gone, but overall, it's still a decent option to consider.
I've heard a lot of hate around the Heroclix community on Manhunter, and I don't think he's that bad as people are saying that he is.
Nah, I don't think so either. I think people just don't know what they're doing with him.
People don't like his character.
Yep.
People don't like his character. People think there's only a select few that even think the rare from BTU is bad.
And I think that also
and
people are getting too tunnel visioned on the other Black Lanterns, like Batman.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think that they're just thinking, oh, Batman's the only good one. He's going to be the best one, so that's the only one even worth talking about.
That's also why I'm glad I pulled Manhunter and Batman in my cases. They were the two I wanted the most, to be honest. I think they're so good.
Well, and people I
Batman's
think
in-
are too hung up on his range power when you got to remember he can just do Psychic Blast for 3
Yeah,
damage.
he doesn't do that. You can literally just running shot Psychic Blast, and it's
But he's perfect teamed up with Necron because his range, including running shot, is exactly the amount of range that Necron has with sidestep and 7 range. So
like to make the
if they're
great. Yeah,
within
yeah,
the
exactly.
same square,
Yeah.
yeah. So you're still
The Black
and even
Lantern's
so, you
good
can
with
put him on
Necron?
kill box.
Oh, shocker.
Yeah,
Who'd have thought?
no,
Dang.
just Manhunter.
Do they work together?
Just Manhunter.
Let's start over.
That's it.
Yeah, I got to repick now. All right, so good choice, Austin. Your team is
too
looking
late, you
very
picked
spicy there. Dan, you are now on the clock.
All right. I'm probably going to throw some people off with this. We're going to go with Deceased Superman.
Ooh.
Ooh,
You didn't throw me off. That
interesting.
was probably my next
Zombie
choice.
soups.
Who doesn't like a 8-range pulse wave that says I do 4 damage?
Yeah.
I can tell you one guy that loves it.
don't?
This guy. That's a good pick, Dan. And I like the fact that you took Killmonger so you can slow Redmond down on picking the MOE chases.
See, I thought it'd be between you two, so I'm like, well, I'm just going to get my boy right off the bat and be done with it.
All right, Miles, you are now up with a Necron, a Genesis, and a...
Okay, so this is really hard. I don't know if I should go with utility by choosing equipment. Me and you, Adam, are unfortunately stuck on the horrible position of being right in the middle of the pack. So it's feast or famine. I'm gonna have to go with Camo with my third pick.
Ooh.
He's
Okay.
able to still stay theme. So I still got my Araco theme, so that's good. I don't have an APOC rollout because no APOC, but totally fine with that. I think Camo is dreamless.
Miles, I thought we were friends.
Hey,
Who
you know
let-
what?
You take
Who
my
let
pick
Miles
two
get a dolphin
2
character?
times in a row.
There are no friends in fantasy.
You know what? You had your chance. You picked before me. All right.
You act like I had a choice in the matter of the lineup at all. I'm just here.
No, you had a choice in
You
how much
picked
you love
Deceased
Camo, though.
Superman.
You had a choice in how much
Yeah,
you really
you
love
picked
Camo.
Deceased Superman.
Yeah,
I give
Daniel,
you
you
three
really did.
Screwed the pooch, man.
did.
Well, you know.
You left your kid at school and somebody else picked him up. He's Miles.
Yeah, because I didn't think anybody was going to go after him.
It
I'm like,
just so
no.
happens I'm real good with kids, so they'll have a great life. And I'll bring home milk.
Oh my
And I'll bring
gosh.
home the milk.
That's right.
All right, I am now on the clock. So I've got a Mad Jim. I've got a Peggy Cap. What do I need to put on this team as well? So, lots of choices out here. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to throw a curve bomb out there and see
Bomb.
a curve bomb. Yep.
Curve bomb.
And
That's like a bomb that's worse because it curves, or a curveball that's worse because it explodes.
Yes.
now again, I don't have this person. I never will have this person. I really don't. This isn't my play style, but I think the value is just too good for them. But I'm going to go with the Ultra Chase, Zod, Ursa, and Nan.
Oh, that was a good pick. I was winding up for that one. Not bad. Not bad.
They did just get an errata, but what
They-
changed
they
in their
fixed-
errata?
They fixed their errata.
So what was the errata, and then what is it now changed to?
At first, it was when Zod, Ursa, and Nan are given a action after resolutions, remove a negative zone token from them, which they can't actually do because they're off the board at your first turn. I think the errata was when any character is given, or what is it? Any character is given an action, then you can remove a negative zone token as long as the piece of terrain has been destroyed. And you also
Yes,
still
the
remove
debris has to be placed.
debris. Yes.
All right, perfect. Not super happy with the pick, but just the value for 70 points. Yeah, you do start 70 points down on the game, but it is pretty easy to get them on the board pretty quick.
Especially with Matt Jim. Matt Jim helps that out a lot.
Yep. Makes his own barrier and then just blow it up with Peggy Cap. All right, Ryan, who are you going to team up with Scott Porter and Mephisto?
Well, I lost my soul sword, but I'm going to have to go back to my boy Rack Knight.
Oh, okay.
Black Knight.
Does his Prime Spider-Man goes for the next best thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're
Yep.
both
Yep.
good. It's just a toss-up of what you're going for.
Absolutely.
There's Arachnite. Yep, so actually I was going to ask what equipment would you put on him now that Soul Sword is gone, but you don't want to give away any hints, so I will refrain from asking that question.
Million clubs.
Yeah.
So don't know because
He's in web shooters for free, yeah.
He's got to get it, though. I don't know if he's going to draft web shooters.
Yeah, let me
Web
just
shooters, your
web
next pick,
shooters.
Ryan? Yep, I'm taking that. Yep, that's
I'm just
Mike,
glad
slow
I
him
get
down
it,
at the
next-
pass. Just take the web shooters.
I feel like that's like the kicker equivalent to fantasy in this. Like kickers, you take in round 15 and 16, so are the web shooters. All right, Iron Mike, you've got 2 picks back to back here, so I don't know if you can do any better than you did in rounds 1 and 2, but let's see.
Yeah, so now I'm just trying to think about slowing down in terms of just picking really high value picks, and now I'm just trying to start to weave a team together out of this because I mean the Prime Spider-Man is at 80 points, he's a big commitment. So yeah, I'm just thinking what would be good for a well-rounded team. And I was really scared about Dan because he was the first to pick the MOE guy with King Killmonger, and I thought he was going to snake around and take another one to go with his King Killmonger, but he did not, and I'm very excited about that because that is exactly what I'm going to do, and I'm going to snag 2 of them off the rip over here. I'm going to go with Iron Inquisitor and Dark Phoenix.
All right, so
Yep.
where is Iron Inquisitor? There is Iron Inquisitor. We'll show him up for a second while I put down his name. And
Even
Gives me
though-
some mobility, some keyword stuff with Dark Phoenix. There's not many good brutes left out there. Adam, you kind of screwed me. I was gonna think about snagging Zod Ursa, but Iron Inquisitor 2 is just, I think, a great supporting piece with the TK, with the Perplex, and the crazy Impervious shenanigans.
Another Perplex that hands out prob is really good.
Yeah.
Perplex that hands out prob, you throw Spider-Man across the board, you're getting attack stop round 1 with a prob.
You're seeing where my head's at. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
yes, exactly.
Mike right now is basically recreating the Patrick Frazier 2023 World's Championship team.
It won for a reason. And like I said, I'm shocked that I'm getting some of these picks. But last pick, I gotta fight for some. I gotta get something juicy.
So
'Cause like I
you
said,
better
there's another
kiss
12
Ryan's butt
picks.
again.
I was gonna say,
It doesn't even look like you're fighting. It looks like we're just giving you these at this point.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Like I said, honestly, I'm really shocked some of the picks that are going.
So
I think going last is honestly the best because you do get 2 in a row. And
I think it helps when somebody picks Mad Jim in the second round. It really helps me out a lot. Thank you,
yeah.
Adam. Adam's had my back from the beginning.
You just wait till that first matchup. It's gonna be you and me, and we're gonna see who's laughing. I'm gonna peg you so hard.
You did say that Peg. You did pick Peg in a defensive pick against the Spider-Man. So it's.
I don't know. I still take Spider-Man over Cap.
Oh yeah, 100%.
8 out of 10 times.
Oh, you just wait till I keep getting what
Yeah,
I'm gonna pair up
He's
with Captain America.
he's calling it. He's gonna crit hit Mike.
I'm
Spider-Man.
one shot in Prime Spider-Man with Peggy.
Yeah, he is. We'll see.
All right.
I think some of
I'd
the
like to see-
selection
I'd like
too
to
goes
see
to.
I'd like to see with your 3 damage that you're gonna crit hit and just kill Spider.
Oh, you just wait, Dan.
I think some of the
Pegging
strategy
is all about
goes along with
surprising.
where you're drafting, because if you get to pick 2 people, like you're more apt to say, "Oh, I'll commit a little bit to MOE swap," right? Like picking once and then not picking again 14 times. You're like, "All right, so Mephisto won,
Right.
and then I just had Mephisto."
Yeah,
So,
I was
where
gonna
you
go. Yeah, ideally, I would have gone Inquisitor, Killmonger, but Killmonger obviously is a very
But
high.
that's
priority.
another reason why I think you picking last really helps you because you're able to pick the two figures together.
It's not
so you
bad.
can do an
It's
swap,
definitely
so.
not bad at all.
I believe
Well, I mean, to
Mike
Mike's
was not
credit, he's taking
happy.
advantage of it.
I believe Mike was
Yeah.
not even happy about being the last pick, and now look at his team.
I'm just saying, I'm sweating bullets because, like I said, I thought Carnage Surfer was the first pick that anybody would have picked.
Bullets.
I'm sitting over here come on, get
No, I get
me.
no. I think you're in the right position to pick him last because like where I'm at, I wanted him for sure.
Yeah.
But it's completely changed your. I think each pick you have to change your draft strategy. It's
For sure.
interesting.
So
You wanted him,
I'm
but
excited
you
for
passed
some of
on
the
him.
teams that you guys are picking. I want to see some of the things you guys are coming up with these guys.
All right, Ryan, you are on the clock.
Web shooters.
Right.
Do it. Do it.
You know you want to.
Like
You have
Adam, you
plenty.
probably need someone with a dolphin symbol because it looks like you're drowning. I
No, I'm flying high with Peggy Cap. I'm fine with my
probably
picks.
gonna go with
Oh,
Doom Supreme.
You're breaking up, Ryan.
I'm probably have to go with Doom Supreme here
Oh, Doom
to
Supreme.
get a message of
Okay.
evil.
Yeah.
I really wanted Visitor, so that kind of throws me off a little bit. I think he's the next best one to kind of stick.
Are you taking
At least
Doom
I got
Supreme so you
something.
can carry him and then swap out and then Pulse Wave after you do that?
Oh, fuck you.
I mean, don't worry. Adam wouldn't even attempt that maneuver. He'd be like, oh, wait,
Because
I'm
it's
just gonna run- I'm
illegal
gonna
and
run
you
away,
can't do it.
Wait, what did Oliver tell you last time, Adam?
Dang!
What did he tell me last time?
He told you the card, the wording on the card.
At least someone can read. That's
I'm lost with that comment, but we'll keep going.
I'm proud of this group getting to round 3 before it degenerated into just a complete hate. So good job, guys. Very positive for 3 rounds.
All right. I have no idea what I want for this team.
Checks out.
Ooh, this is it.
I know what I want, but I don't need him quite yet. I've got 2 attackers. I need a way to destroy more blocking. But let's see what we all got on here. Problem is, do I go with another prime? I don't think I do because I feel like it's just a waste of a pick now because one of my primes obviously won't be useful anymore. So Mad Jim was probably a bad pick on round 2. I just kind of, panicked and just went with the first guy that I thought of.
There's still some good primes out there if you want to.
There's plenty of good primes. It's just I feel like one of them is going to be a wasted pick pretty much. Let's see here. Just trying to think of what this team needs. I got my leadership. I can't TK Peg. So I could start with going with more equipment. Let's see here. You know what? I think I am gonna say that round 2 was a waste, and I'm gonna go with Prime Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Prime Wonder Woman.
I like it. I like it.
Drop me, Mad Jim.
Oh man, this is great.
Prime Wonder Woman. I gotta look her up. She was not on my list.
She is very, very, very good.
Yeah. Especially with Death Metal Wonder Woman.
Yeah, they pair super well together. This is a shout out to Cheesehead for that team with that. The world's finest. That smoked my Doom Supreme off the board in 1 round. Thanks. Still having nightmares.
You know who even teams up better with Prime Wonder Woman is Prime Mad Jim Jasters. Miles, you are on the clock.
All right, so this is an interesting pick because I have 3 decent attackers. I don't have any utility, and there's a few utility pieces out there, but most are not worthy of a 4th round pick. I think this figure, depending on your point value, is actually going to be able to be a main attacker, potentially, secondary attacker, or you could just go with the low dial, make him your support piece, and we're going to go with Space Ghost.
Space Coast.
I should have guessed that from you, honestly.
Yeah, no, right. I thought that would have been a higher pick for him, honestly.
I'm surprised it wasn't his first, if I'm being completely
Great
honest.
pick.
No, it should
Great
be, but
pick.
like I said, I'm picking Liv, and I was banking on people being so sucked up into Notorious that they would forget him, and I couldn't bank on him being gone for another round. His double perplex is amazing.
Agreed.
There's plenty of figures with Wonder Woman team ability and Spider-Man, so I'm not worried about someone snaking that, because I think that in order to get his top playability, I think you have to play him with Spider-Man or a Wonder Woman to get the most out of that 4 through 6 senses. And without Necrosword, I think that he's gonna be a lot better compared to what I had to go against before. So
Agreed.
He's a great utility piece. Like, and at low dial, he's still exceptional. So I think it's a great pick.
oh
He just
Yeah.
does so much for
Yeah.
30 points.
He really does.
All right, Dan is on the clock.
All right, since I can't have Genesis, I guess I'll go with my budget option, and I'll go Venom Thanos for my pick for this round.
That's a good.
Still good, just not Genesis.
Well, yeah, that was the.
he didn't have a choice. I mean,
that's why he's my budget pick. You know.
I understand, but a real budget pick would have been Bizarro, and then I would have been. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I'm taking that away from you, Miles. So I don't know what you want.
No, I know. I've been sweating because I'm like, I think I can get him round 10. Like I'm banking on getting Bizarro round 10. So let's hope that I can get everything I need so I can pick him round 10.
All right.
All right,
touching
Austin,
that crash.
you are on the clock.
I'm gonna go Green Lantern Batman.
Yeah, there it is.
Really good prime.
There's the other prime. There we go.
Really good prime. And then Adam's so far behind me, so I'll get the option to grab one of the things that makes him better before him. So
Yep.
that's there we go.
So that is Oops. Come on. GL.
But what if
Batman.
Pete says, you know what?
You know what? Pete could honestly just screw me over and take one of the other two, which is I don't care.
Just take the
Whatever.
Green Lantern ring. Just to spite him. And Legacy Green Lantern. Just so happens
Do it,
that's
Pete, please.
his next 2 picks.
All right, Pete, you got 2 picks back to back.
It's a lot of pressure, boys. I'm sitting here. I'm clicking through the Clix Nexus. Trying to figure out what to do. I've got a little bit of a solid warrior team. Like, I'm only committed right now to 90 points. So there's some things to do there. But I don't know that warrior's really meta, but at the same time, it's always a dice game, so you still got to roll the dice. Prime Wonder Woman was actually a really good pick. I had her up pretty hard because with death metal, she's, to be honest, amazing. So I think I'm going to go with my boy, Mr. Meta, Accordion Thunderer. You knew it was coming.
Okay.
The Thunder.
Yeah, I can only imagine what his next choice is, guys. Can everyone take a guess? Let's put money on it.
The next 2 picks are going to be.
You know,
pretty
if only there was some kind of ring he could equip for free. Oh, wait. He can do it. Let's do the Celestial Core ring.
can. You look at that.
Yes.
If only he was a Sinestro Core. Oh, no.
Mm, probably the best 15 points that Heroclix has made that was not retail. I mean, I don't feel like that's crazy to say that out loud.
No,
But
I
maybe
don't
it
think
is.
so either. I think that's very valid.
All right, round 5. Pete, you're on the clock. Should I just put in Sinestro Ring right now, or are you going to throw us for a loop?
Well, I mean, I could wax philosophically about many things, Adam, but I know we're going to pick the Sinestro Ring right here because I don't trust Redmond to let it go past one more time. I know he's on those one shooters, but we're not doing it.
Yeah,
When Mike somehow manages to put together the whole world championship winning team because the rest of us are doing other things,
Yes, sir.
I'll be happy for him.
Well, luckily,
Hey.
Saki is retired, so he can't grab Saki.
And Mephisto's already been snagged. So
Yep.
that's
This is
80 points I'm missing.
such a weird thing for me because, like I said, I normally build off prime. So, like right now, to not have a prime, I'm like,
Yeah,
wow, this is getting into unterritory.
You're
So
5 picks in.
I know.
And Adam is just scooping up the primes left and right. So,
Oh, yeah. I'm just going all primes.
You gotta be careful before he takes the rest.
Yeah.
Adam's gonna go
I
with
know
an all
this Squadron
prime team.
Supreme, Adam.
Yeah.
Did I not say you can use multiple primes in our tournament? Oh,
Oh, there we go. There's the hook.
yeah.
There's the hook.
Austin,
All right, that's me, boys. Good luck.
Austin.
Oh, Green Lantern ring. Green Lantern ring,
Green
of course.
Lantern.
Saving.
Yep. Great piece. The ring also fuels Wonder Woman from dying, from stopping her from dying a lot. So I'm gonna take that from Adam as well.
Mm-hmm.
That support and regen is kind of big.
Oops.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could literally just make a construct and then carry her away from it. It dies. She goes to click 1. So it's...
That's a really you got all DC guys.
I love DC.
World's
You couldn't
finest.
tell.
World's finest with GL Batman is a dirty combo too. That is a strong combo.
Yep. Which means Black Lantern Batman might go on the sideline now, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, and those are the 2 best or cheapest, at least, lantern options out there. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, Dan, you are on the clock.
All right, Miles, you took my prime. I'm taking yours. Prime Absorbing Man, please.
Ah, damn! I was hoping someone would go around to me before someone else
Good
touched it. If I'm
job.
being
Thank you.
honest.
Yep.
Fits on any team.
Yeah.
Fits on any team.
Yes, he does.
I'm happy to
I
trade
think it
you
was crazy
anytime,
how
Miles.
many thought how long it would take to get him on the map until people finally proved, like, without building around it specifically, that you can get him on turn 4 consistently. Turn 3, actually. I think it's.
I get mine turn 3 almost. Turn 3, turn 2, like every time.
I think he's a hell of a prime, and that's worthy of a round 5 pick for me. I like it.
All right, Miles, you are on the clock. Miles, you there?
All right.
Oh, there.
And I up.
Are you there, Miles?
I think so.
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
There you go.
I hear Miles.
Okay. So I can beat around the bush. There's already been rings taken. There's a very important ring that I need for this team.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be Indigo Tribe.
Agreed.
I need to take it now. Because I don't need Scott Porter with it is great, but you can be put on anybody. And I think it's very necessary for Necron.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep, because
and
actually,
build
you will just need another Black Lantern to help you out with that.
Yeah.
So I debated really hard going Indigo Tribe Ring right there, like instead of the Cordian, and I didn't think the Cordian would come back, and I'm probably completely off because that's normally how I draft. But that's a great pick. Like that ring is so amazing on just any team.
It really is.
Yeah, and I know that there needs to be another Black Lantern, and luckily, if you look at what there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks, so it's impossible to pick all the Black Lanterns before me. So I'm guaranteed a Black Lantern.
Yeah, we're
At
just gonna
least,
leave you with
you know.
Wonder Woman though, and you'll be.
Wonder Woman is not as bad as everyone says she is.
I know.
45 points, I'll take her. I mean, I'll take her at 45.
You got a
points.
chance. You got a chance at Superman and Green Arrow running here because looking at it, I don't see anybody else doing that at this point, unless somebody just wants to stop
I'm
you.
not a huge. I know.
That's my cue.
Superman's
That's
not
my cue.
That's the cue. Everyone, take notes. Take notes.
Superman is not.
Write that down,
my
write that
play
down.
style, and for instance, against Mike's team, guess what's going to happen? Oh, I'm going to have an attempt to hit one of them super hard, except they have multiple rollouts, which means he's useless if he gets one of them. So that's why I haven't went with him yet.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right, for my next pick, I think I want some Pulse Wave on my team, so I'm going to go with Deathstroke.
Okay. Nice.
He's switching it up and not picking a prime.
Yeah, right. I thought for sure we were going to see Ra's al Ghul.
No, that's next round. Next round. Every other round, he picks a prime.
I know everybody.
I like to be color
game
coordinated,
here.
so it's next round.
Yeah.
I know the game here is to attack Adam, but honestly, I mean Deathstroke does so much. He does so much in so many teams. Like Pulse Wave that doesn't hit your own team and you can roll for it. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
a lot-
coming.
a
He's
ton of
coming
points.
back with some, like with Peg, with Deathstroke, with Wonder Woman. Like those are some, like especially Deathstroke and Cap together. That's a lot of ignoring.
And
all of your
without
powers.
Stakarian, he's probably the best Pulse Wave piece right now. I guess you can argue with him and Blue Marvel, but I think in a modern aspect, I think Deathstroke has more potential than Blue Marvel does.
Prime Thor
If
is
you
up
want
there.
Pulse Wave
If you want to build around him.
Yeah, but he's
Prime
taking your
Thor.
prime slot.
True.
Yeah,
true.
because
Yeah, Lord knows
He's-
Adam doesn't anymore.
He's too inconsistent because you need to roll doubles, and without Spiderling, he's pretty much useless.
For sure.
And he has no flight. Where's that at,
That sounds like a
Come on, WizKids.
yeah. Really, that was a huge miss.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't. That's so dumb.
They don't like to give Thor flight. Even the MOE one doesn't have flight.
Yeah, which is really odd.
All right, Ryan, you are on the clock.
Not sure if this should be this round's pick, but Mike keeps taking my pieces that I want, so I'm gonna have to go with Madam Web. I don't think he'll take it, but I want it.
That's a smart pick. It was not what I was thinking, but yeah, I could definitely see why you'd be.
I was like, why she's amazing.
I don't want to lose her. Yeah, I don't want to lose her.
Sure.
I think her and Space Ghost are overall, like, besides Porter's obviously, I think her and Space Ghost are two of the best support pieces, not named Scott Porter.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Not named Scott Porter exclusively.
Well, yeah, that's if somebody says there's a better support piece than Scott Porter, there's only one answer to that, and they're wrong.
It's just it's the other Scott Porter.
Exactly. It's the other
The
Porter.
other Scott Porter.
All right, Mike, you are up twice in a row here.
These ones to me are going to be a little bit trickier. I do not have any picks that I would have considered obvious for my team. I mean, I could keep dipping into the MOE guys, but I think already the core ones that you need are taken. So, I think for my first take, I'm going to go with Legacy Carnage, Colossal Retail.
Oh, the big guy, the big Carnage.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want the 50.1? I think that one might be better for you.
Probably could have gotten this guy a little bit later on, but I'm sort of strapped for ideas for where I want this team to go. So he's an easy layup 10 points that can fit on just about any team. And let's see now for my second pick. I think I want to go with a good brute. And I'm eyeballing Bizarro, although he's not my favorite pick.
For 60 points? No, for 60 points, though, if you
he's good.
Click, man,
he's awesome. I'm agreeing with you 100%. I'm not happy that I'm taking him.
Yeah, no, I know. Taking him this early.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be the
taking
bigger
a comment.
thing. Right.
Yeah.
That's and not a common like Cordian.
I'm actually going to reset your time because you're still on the clock.
Oh, I mean, I'm
one.
Yeah. No, don't worry. But I think. Oh, this is tough. I'm gonna go with Sinestro Core Ring is already gone. GL Ring, so yeah, there's no point in picking Legacy Green Lantern because I can't get a ring with him.
Common Superman. This is where he comes in right now. Let's go.
And then straight into the trash afterwards.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take Green Arrow.
Black Lantern.
Black Lantern. Yeah. Just
okay.
Yeah.
I think it's the only Green Lantern or Green Arrow we have right now. So
yeah, I think it is too. I don't think there's another one in Modern.
I'm not.
He was actually picking Elseworlds Green Lantern, Green Arrow, with the card that brings him into. So I'll allow it.
He's using the ID card combo. Oh wow.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing Modern. Damn, that changes my next choice.
Yeah.
Scanned in his code.
All right, Ryan, you are on the clock.
So again, I think she'd probably last a few more rounds, but I'm gonna go with the Slop Saturnine.
Ooh,
so the LE one, correct?
Yeah.
So I'll say
she gives me my TK now.
You got a little mystical thing going, huh?
Oh yeah, look at that. He's actually sticking on the mystical theme right now.
Yeah, little mystical thing going there.
And he's got the MOE swap too. All right.
Stop it. Nope.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Just a coincidence. That's not my plan.
His next pick is Felix Faust. Oh, never mind.
That guy needs to go away. Just like just go away.
I think I hit a button there. I think someone doesn't like Felix Faust there.
Nah.
All right, so my next pick is not a prime, but this is a guy I think I could get a lot later in the draft, but he is kind of essential for my team, and I don't want someone else to pick him because if he does get picked, my team is not going to be as effective, and that's going to be the Falcon from Avengers 60th.
Oh, that's with losing Venom Magneto, I think his stock rises. I think even as a support piece, just to get your, especially if you have big maps, I think it's a solid choice, especially with you wanting to be able to get caps since it's Peg.
Yeah, but
Peg can't be paid.
Yeah, that's just he's just limited to keywords. Like, I mean, they're not bad options, but they are a bit limited.
No, for sure he's limited to keywords, but I mean
yes, but right now
with his keyword.
I have all soldiers, so except for Mad Jim, so everybody can be moved with Falcon and then make an attack. So
yeah, I was gonna say, to be fair, Deathstrike at 100 makes Prime Wonder Woman soldiers, so I guess that actually helps a lot for her.
She is already a soldier.
You're right, she is actually.
Yep.
Who am I kidding? Yeah. I forgot about that actually.
And I believe Zod in them is also.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so I'm soldier themed right now. Obviously, I can't fit this entire team on there except for Mad Jim. Mad Jim was just a bad pick. I panicked there, but I needed Falcon on this team. I couldn't let him pass on this one. It's kind of like the for anyone that plays.
Mad Jim was smart.
Anyone that plays fantasy football, the combo of getting like a receiver and a quarterback, that's what this is basically, Falcon with those guys.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
For sure.
It's definitely it's a good pick for you. You know, like nobody else would need it, but it's a good pick for you.
But I can see someone like in round 10 or 11, like, oh, I see what Adam's going for, Falcon. And then that
I think you did what I should have done, and I should have picked. I'm in the category now of blown picks. Just looking at mine now, I'm shaking my head over that Black Lantern Green Arrow pick.
Like if we want Ryan to just have to have starting force Doom Supreme, I say we go for it. But, anyways, Miles, you are now.
And Adam we're stuck in we're stuck in the middle, and so we are kind of. We have to figure out who we're going to build based off of what everyone else drafts. Unfortunately, two of the best Black Lanterns, not named Necron, have been picked by Austin. So I'm going to go with the second best 40-point Black Lantern. I'm going to go with Aquaman.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I'm just saying, Red Lantern ring incoming for anyone.
Yep.
Write that down. Take notes.
See, and that's the thing, is that if somebody takes the Red Lantern ring from me, I'm totally fine with that. I'm not going to overstretch drafting it because penetrating poison isn't necessary for him.
No, it's not.
And
it helps him out, but it's not necessary.
Take power actions. No, it's 100%. He's really good with it. But yeah, I mean, if it's not there, it's not there. And I still think he's good without it.
Yeah, too many people hate on him, and I like him a lot.
Oh yeah,
I think he's great. I think he is really good, especially with Necron. Like he's one of the only other ones that can reliably generate his thing every turn. His the grave
him
markers.
and the most
Necron and Batman.
Black Hand. Yeah, it just sucks. I wish Black Hand was better, but I mean, as an uncommon, you can't really complain. I think Black Hand is decent for the rarity that he is. Even though he should have leadership.
All right, Dan, you are on the clock.
All right, since Miles took my first shark, I guess I'll take the other one. So I'll be going with King Shark.
Who is not for nothing still very good, actually, in my opinion.
Yes.
I know. I liked him from the
I think
get.
better in some instances. Yeah, in some instances, that hypersonic flurry and
with exploit is pretty good. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's the super strength that's putting it over the top for me because I need. Super strength.
Yeah.
All right, Austin.
Regen for free.
All right.
Great pick.
Batman team up Martian Manhunter. With or without team up card is to be determined upon team building naturally.
That's a good pick. I have him on here. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah, he was one of mine, but unfortunately I needed a Black Lantern. So, solid pick. One of my other favorite pieces.
Austin's team is
I think
looking
he's-
good. Austin's team is looking
Yeah.
good.
I've been playing around with it for a while. Let's just say that.
Yeah, that is a good looking team. Scary.
All right, Pete, you got back to
Very
backs.
Man, what to do here, right? Like now I'm picking against myself. If I want to stay on theme, I'm gonna like just pick stuff that everybody else is like, yeah, that sounds good. Good luck with that. And then if I want to go off, to mess with people, like what am I messing with? So we're getting a little deep. It's gonna start to basically my team's starting to shape itself already. So there's some utility in my pieces that have multiple point lines. Like I don't think we're committed to like playing all the pieces. Is that right, Adam?
Yeah,
like,
you're
we actually get.
No, you're gonna take your squad and make a 300-point team.
Okay, so I feel pretty good with APOC and the Soul Sword. Like, if I screw everything else up, at least I've got 300 points of that. So I'm gonna start just doing things to kind of fill out the theme that I've committed to, because I think part of the fun things to Heroclix to me is theme teams, and people can disagree with that or whatever. In competitive stuff, I play a lot of non-theme because it's just hard to go into those tournaments and play at a disadvantage. But since this is for fun, I'm gonna take DC Notorious Hawkman, baby.
DC's Hawkman.
Okay. I will say he is my second favorite of the deceased chases. Superman being the first.
I think his 4-6 leadership, right, and then he gives everybody adjacent improved movement, essentially like flight and through characters. So there's something to be done there. And then when he attacks, somebody has a green standard power. So a lot of people have charge and other things. Like he's doing attack and damage +1. So top dial, you're 12 for 4 with exploit. So that's
he's
not
technically defending with 19s if they have JLA as well. So that's nice too.
So I'm gonna go with him. And then now again, I'm picking kind of against myself. So I could probably get a lot of these later on. But I don't know what to do without a prime. Kind of getting the shakes without a prime here. So I'm going to scroll back and I'm going to take a prime that I actually don't have, but has always been kind of interesting to me. And I believe Avengers Forever is still modern. Am I correct?
Forever, yes.
Yes, Avengers Forever is.
I'll take 40.
Invincible Ant-Man.
Did you say Invincible Ant-Man?
No, I said Swordsman. Sorry.
Oh,
Swordsman.
Swordsman.
I really thought you were going.
Swordsman, huh?
I really thought you were going.
Okay.
The Prime.
No,
the
he's
Prime
not.
you're talking
So
about.
we're
I thought he was
staying,
gonna
we're
go
staying
Sentry.
Prime Swordsman. No, Prime Swordsman. We're staying on Warrior theme.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so yeah, I see what you're going. Yeah, because he's pretty much like the only prime that's going to fit your theme. That's understandable.
Yeah, he stays on.
And
He stays
wants
on
to play
theme.
ability with Koi, but I think there is something there. It's just that there's so many better primes that he's just not going to see the board. I still think he's a playable piece.
Well, he has Blade Claw's Fangs, so I get some roll out with Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Or no, I don't actually. He doesn't have
Shape
X-Men.
change.
That's not correct. He's got Shape Change. Senses on 4-6, and then you can do a little bit of a pick of power. So at 40 points, there's definitely worse 40 points. There's definitely better 40 points, but I'm essentially committed to picking Warrior, and Revan's going to act like he's not picking Mystical, but that's what he's doing. So that's my pick.
You love to see it. You just love to see it.
All right, Austin, you're on the clock.
Orange Lantern Ring on the Rare Martian Manator at 75 is very, very good.
You and me are about to fight, buddy.
Yeah. You can't target him, but hey, I make constructs. I can still attack you.
Wait. But that's the plasticity one, not the red one, Miles.
Yeah, exactly, Miles. What's going on here?
No, I know. That's the one I want. I want the plasticity one. You'll see what my next pick is. I'm not going with red green. I need a Black Lantern to heal Necron, so Indigo is on Aquaman. That's obvious.
Well, I said to myself, Orange Ring of Manhunter, he can't attack when he's on those things, but hey, I can keep making constructs to attack. I know I can only make the chainsaw and boot once, but when they're dead, I just free action take the damage and I hit you for 4.
Let's now makes my choice of common Lex Luthor useless.
Yeah.
I didn't take him before Aquaman.
Oh man!
But so I gotta go a different route, which is unfortunate, but it's worth it.
All right, Dan, you are now on the clock.
Okay, I'm getting to like slim pickings here now because I'm not actually sure what I should be picking at this point. But I love my rollouts, so I'm gonna go with the Warlock.
Warlock
You're
Sword.
killing me, guys. The first no.
No, that should have been
Okay.
number one overall for you, Dan. Like any piece that goes
Yeah.
on, just a pain in the ass.
Thanks, Pete.
For sure, it's solid.
All right, Miles, you are up.
So that orange ring pick really put a damper on things because I was hoping to pick that and then get Lex Luthor because Lex Luthor is really good with giving out outwit as well as the constructs giving him outwit. It's a great support piece. Unfortunately, he is not going to be seeing my draft board because orange ring was taken. My next pick after that is Warlock. That's obviously taken. So now I got to figure out, okay, how am I going to deal with these other figures such as Manhunter? So my first idea is that he's now the biggest threat on the board for me. So I need to figure out a way to attack him, and we're gonna go with Black Lantern Hal Jordan.
Shocker, pulse wave. Let's go, Miles.
Let's fucking go. Let's do it. Yeah.
Pulse wave fixes a lot of problems.
And he tokens people
It
up,
does,
I believe. Doesn't or no? He does something else with
Yes,
this as well.
and they can't. No, he tokens them, and they can't remove it until they clear.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just Green Arrow.
No, he tokens up, and then they
No, Green
cannot
Arrow just-
remove action
yeah.
tokens.
Those are some good Black Lanterns.
Ooh, Hal Jordan, good choice, good choice. I just got back, so I just noticed it.
All right.
Yeah, I was attacking you for taking
Yeah,
my orange ring.
he is my third highest Black Lantern. So if anyone wants to just donate one to me, I'm all for it.
I'm sure that will go over very well.
Hey, listen, you miss all the shots you don't take. You understand?
All right.
that's
So
true.
next, I need a little bit more damage output to help with my team. So I think a good figure for that is going to be Saint Walker. He's got empowered. He's got enhancement. Helps with peg cap, doing a 4 damage to people. Helps Wonder Woman, bringing her up to a 5 damage. Just think he's just overall good value for his low point, 30 points. And then if you play him at 100, you get perplexed, but probably not going to play him at 100 or 60. Sorry.
I agree.
Yeah,
He's amazing.
he's great. Yes.
And then what is his empower? When Saint Walker uses it, he may treat other friendly characters within range and line of fire as well as adjacent with smaller maps. That's a lot of the map.
Adam just starts to pivot to mission points.
Yep.
All of a sudden.
Indigo one's next.
Yeah.
All right,
Just
Ryan.
Back up and do mission points.
All right, I have like my next 5, and they're all kind of random, and I don't think anyone would get them. But if someone does, it's gonna kind of hurt my team a lot. So I'm gonna go with the new Iconics Azrael.
Ooh, Azrael. Okay, interesting choice there.
Oh
actually.
my god. Let me tell you guys a story. Can you pause the timer?
No, I
So
can't.
he played this
No, he already-
on Monday night.
He already picked, so
and
he's
he
good.
hit willpower for like he
Out of
hit it
6.
probably 7 or 8 times in our game. So he was just doing you can't reduce it, so it's 1 damage whoever gets smoke cloud under for like 5 or 6 straight rounds in a 500-point game. It was ridiculous.
People are
Yeah, this
talking
is pretty good,
about
actually.
doing double Azrael. I haven't really looked at what he does. Why is he so good?
I don't know about double, but one seems pretty good. He pretty much
He's
uses
got a lot
smoke
of,
cloud,
like,
and
niche things.
people that are in his smoke cloud take 1 damage. And then when he succeeds willpower, you can choose the damage he deals can't be reduced below 1. So that damage is him dealing it. So they're taking 1 no matter what they have.
Okay.
Right, and let me tell you, when somebody rolls that willpower like 5 straight rolls in a row, you're like, man, this is super great. Thanks. I'm so glad I came tonight.
You're like, this is exactly what I wanted. Thank you.
Yes. And he was like, "Oh man, it's so crazy." And I'm like, "No, at this point, it's just it's not. It's not even fun." Thanks.
At this point, it's normalized.
All right, Mike, you got 2 picks coming up.
Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna go with. I'm debating on if I should redeem myself with some better figures or if I should go with the equipment route. And
Mike, you have nothing in your team that's not meta. Like, I think you can go.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Like, it'll be all right.
For sure. For sure. I think I'm gonna go with for my first pick. I'm gonna take Pog Your Pog Sword.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I want that.
Pog sword.
Should have took
Yeah.
that. You should
For
have took that over Orange Ring. That would have been smart.
I'm snagging
No,
that.
because
Spidey.
no, it's fine. I don't need it. It's just kind of a nice thing to have.
For sure. Yeah,
He wants a good team.
Orange Ring is a really good.
Orange Ring.
That on Spidey or on Carnage Surfer is like amazing. So
Oh yeah.
All right, and then your next pick.
And then next pick, I'm gonna go with something that I kind of want to try. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to fit it on a team with the guys I already have, but along with the brute keyword, I'm gonna go with Bane from Iconics.
Iconics Bane.
nice.
Yeah, Bane's good.
I really liked him, and especially the idea that somebody came up with in our group with him, Zod
Me.
Ursa, and yeah, it's something that was just put out today. I really liked that idea, and I'm gonna see if it's a possibility.
You shouldn't have posted that, Ryan.
Yeah. One of the things I like
That-
is I think we went over in the chat is the Bane and Kite Man thing. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Really
Bane
good.
and Kite Man are a thing. Like all of a sudden
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, "Well, I'm 16 for 6," and you're like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like,
It's like,
"Yeah,
hold on,
no, it
wait a
checks
minute."
out."
That tracks. That makes sense. A guy on a kite.
They do have sharp edges. All right,
You have
Ryan.
short man.
They do.
Ryan, you are up on the clock.
Web shooters.
All right, well,
Web shooters.
One of the things that made Israel a little bit more annoying was the utility belt. I didn't think Mike would pick it, but I don't know if that's getting back around to me with everyone else's picks.
Mm-hmm.
It was later on in my choice. World's Finest is good with them, but they don't need it.
Yeah.
See, that's the weirdest piece of equipment because, like, if you own it and you're playing that piece, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But you would never pay the points to play that piece.
No.
The utility belt? Or,
Yeah, never.
Team's almost
I would
full
never.
here,
I would
so-
never pay to play the utility belt.
I will say this.
Well, yeah.
One of my buddies couldn't get the Indigo ring for his Scott Porter, so he equipped the utility belt as a next best thing. Because you can still get
Well,
support.
it's free. Yeah, so that way, but he's able to
okay.
choose. So he's just saying he still didn't have to pay the points for it. So that's white
No,
shirt
for
Scott, right?
for
So
White
he
Shirt
did-
Scott. Yeah, White Shirt Scott just gets it for free.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, no, he's talking about paying points for it because it's so random. I think that's,
Oh, that's
smart.
fair.
If you
That's
can't
fair.
get Indigo rings, I think utility belt is definitely a smart choice because you can guarantee that you're able to support on turn one, which is usually all you're going to need it for. So, yeah, I think that's
The
perfect.
Smart Cloud
for
doesn't
budget
hurt,
if you
but
can.
yeah.
I mean, you're talking to a guy, Austin, that won't play tarot cards because I feel like one of the things in this game is to minimize randomness as much as you can. And when you introduce tarot cards,
another
I've
one,
literally
yes.
never had a tarot card go well for me. Now, I've had my own tarot cards destroy my team several times, but I just won't play them. I hate them.
I am also someone that does not own any tarot cards, and I refuse to play them. I would rather use my opponents in my favor than use mine for my opponents.
I 100% of the time. Agreed.
Okay, I'm glad there's another person out there. High five.
Did we just become best friends?
Yup.
I think we
We
just
did, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
John Stamos.
I'll make my pick
Yeah, that's
pretty quick. Blue Lantern Ring, need it for St. Walker. Don't think it's going to get around to
Oh,
me.
you're using it on St. Walker, not Mad Jim? That's weird.
Yeah, right. That's such a waste of a round 2 pick for that.
Oh, wow.
Who knows? Maybe I'll surprise someone and bring in Mad Jim instead. But
maybe you will.
maybe
You're definitely
he'll just view from the sideline.
Man, Jim's not bad, man. He
If
does a
anything,
lot.
it's more of
Area,
a
also-
no one else can use him pick, I guess. But like I said, I'm more panicked
that's
in round 2 than anything.
Yeah. And that's when you take those
yeah.
picks in round 2.
Yep,
So nobody else can have him.
exactly. All right, Miles, you are on the clock.
So, yes, this is actually going to be way at a left field pick. So this is definitely a Miles pick. Necron is the
Definitely a
biggest on the
Miles
board
pick.
for me, so I know people are. Yeah, this is so people are like, oh crap, I need to kill him. Well, there's one way to protect him because giants, you can see everything. We're gonna go with Legacy Ant-Man, so we can make.
I was gonna say Ant-Man.
I knew it. He
Yeah.
said it's a Miles pick, and I'm like, okay, there's only a few things this could be.
Yes, and him and Pulp with the common Ant-Man was so fun to test that I'm like, you know what, he's gonna be even better with Legacy Ant-Man. Even if
Miles'
it's not
team
I
is
don't
looking
care.
spicy too.
Extra spicy.
If anyone does need a legacy Ant-Man, I did pull like 10 of him in my Age of Ultron brick.
I do actually have all
What?
the more
We had
pink
one.
gems, so that's
Yeah, we had when we did a brick up here. We only got one.
You pulled one?
Yeah, man.
I felt like he was in every booster I opened. All right, Dan, you are on the clock.
All right, I don't think this is going to make it back around again, so I'm going to take the black symbiote.
Oh, okay.
Great pick. Wow, I forgot about that. Great pick.
Free equip on Venom Thanos. That is exactly why I want it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, Black Skull hasn't been picked yet.
No,
Nope.
he
Interesting.
hasn't.
Wow.
That symbiote was not making it back around.
No, not at all.
All right, Austin, you are up.
Uncommon Misty Knight from
Misty
Avengers.
Whoa!
50th, I think it was.
I-
Uncommon Misty Knight.
I see where you're
I
going
like
with
it.
Yep.
Talk to me here.
She opens
going-
up
it's
a
going-
lot of other possibilities. My
Yeah,
team
she's
just
going-
becomes anything can be detective. Woo!
Exactly. She's going to do. She's like, "Hey, you're a detective now. Have fun."
Yeah, you're gonna love my next choice. You're gonna be like, why?
Wendigo
Why?
and Silver.
All right.
Someone needs to make a Wendigo dressed up like Sherlock Holmes so we can play him as Silver.
Dude.
We're going to get a Sherlock
This-
Holmes
my
soon
next
anyways.
choice is gonna be even better.
Pete, I'm going to have you pick just one for round 8, and then we're going to take a short 5-10 minute break and then come back because I got to put my son to bed. So who is going to be your round 8 pick?
Well, I've committed to the dumbness, so I'm going to take Carnage Thor. Carnage Thor.
I like him. No, I like him. I think that he's. I
If
think
Carnage Surfer wasn't so
all of the-
oppressive, Thor would be played more.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's true because
Oh.
he does have pulse wave, and it's actually he's pretty good.
Yeah,
I love
that's the
Pulse
only
Wave.
reason the other ones
Oh,
were
I
played
love
is
Pulse
because
Wave.
Surfer's just so oppressive.
Yeah. I don't think he plays well on the team. I don't have a lot of TK or anything. Like he's just kind of there hanging out, and then all of a sudden he's pulse waving people. But if somebody dies, there's potential there. Like all of a sudden he's doing 2 damage instead of 1, and he's got Steel Energy and a stop click. So it's not at low dial at 50 points. There's probably worse options, but he's not great across
Absolutely.
the dial.
Carnage
Like
clears the
close, yeah, 11 for 4 because of the close combat expert. But you know what? I've committed to Warrior, so here we are. So that's my pick.
All right, Pete, you've got round 9 up after Carnage Thor. Who is going to be your round 9 pick?
Well, I have one question for you, Adam. As the ringleader of all this, is there going to be an unedited version of this recorded?
There
What?
could be.
Oh, baby. Let's start the timer. Let's go. Got big picks here.
That one big
I'm-
pick that you got right now.
I'm just going red symbiote. There's no big pick here.
Red
No.
I'm going to
Symbiote.
kick off the board. Yeah, work it back around. And I got
Dude,
Carnage
wait,
Thor, and I
the
don't know what I'm
suspense.
doing.
love it.
The suspense.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I didn't even get the timer, though. I can't see it in the corner, and I'm
Oh,
so
sorry.
angry about that.
I'm so
I'm
mad.
sorry.
Off my game.
I'm so mad at myself for letting that happen. That-
Well,
Red
For
Yeah.
Symbiote.
letting that happen.
Now you don't have either free equip for Spidey or
Dude, that's funny.
I
That's
know.
actually tragic.
I'm so sad. I just like once Dan took Black Symbiote, I just started freaking out. I was like, "Oh my gosh, you idiot! You idiot! You picked Pog your Pog over Red Symbiote."
That's still a good. That's still a good pick. Give him that.
I mean, yeah,
jersey.
it's
Mike,
Good, but it's
Mike,
not.
you had 6 great rounds. You can have a bad round.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can have one.
It's gonna be okay.
Sorry, your team is A tier up to round 7.
Yeah, borderline S tier. Oh man, it doesn't say S tier. Okay.
All right, Austin, you are up. You are on the clock.
Okay, so I had a choice, but I was looking back at it, and I have to change my choice right now because I don't think my original pick's going to get picked anytime soon. So I'm going to go with Legacy Owlman.
There you go.
Whoa.
Solid pick.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't my original choice, but I saw him and I'm like, ooh, I need to get him because the other one I know is not going to go anytime soon.
Okay, talk to me here. What are we doing? Why do you like him so much?
He's just a really good support.
He outwits really well. He sidesteps twice. He can prob with the CSA and give himself the token. So he's a prob piece, outwit, sidestep.
Triple
You get in his
outwit with
face?
prob. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. If you get in his face, he's gonna flurry you twice for 1 damage. Why not? Who cares?
Does that say Peg Owl Man?
Leg.
Oh,
Leg. Man, Ryan, you're really focused on that pegging, I gotta say.
Well, no, you kind of started it, so I don't know what you want with that.
I started it. Ryan's continuing it.
What a pretty sexy night, you know.
I love this. Let's keep it going. Keep it spicy.
All right, Dan
Dan, what you got?
is up.
All right, we are going to go with the Muramasa from X of Swords, not the slop. We're going to go with the regular
Okay.
set one.
Well, the better one, of course.
Muramasa.
Okay.
The
In bronze, that thing really screwed me over because they gave APOC to stop Unimind from hitting a stop clicks, so that hurt a lot.
I'm sure that did. You're like, oh, and I'm hurting myself. All right, cool.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to see Unimind still like hold it own, but APOC is clearly the best choice for healing past the starting line when it comes to all the APOC and Genesis are just the top two.
And that's why I don't like bronze.
I agree. I wish he did more of like a floor thing, but we'll see. I'm gonna try and bring it to Michigan and do my own touches to it. See if I can make it more exciting and fun.
all right, Miles, you are up.
Okay, so 31 years ago, almost today, I think it's about a month and 6 days, one of the greatest stories comics ever released. It made the news, blew up. The death of Superman. We're going to go with Doomsday.
Oh, you son of a bitch! That was my pick. I hate you.
Iconic.
No.
Hold on.
I told you,
Wow.
Alex, you were
out.
Can we pick that now?
I would like to say it was not your pick.
Yeah.
You picked Legacy Owlman, so
Yeah.
that was not
my
your pick.
though. Oh my lord!
You know what? You
Miles, why'd
shouldn't have
read
picked
me?
Orange Ring.
Miles, why'd you
you
read
should've
me
picked
like
Orange
that? No, no one else was gonna pick that.
Obviously, somebody else did.
Obviously, somebody else did.
Dude, no.
Hey.
I was picking up this story in the comic book store, and that was my favorite issue of all time, and I still think it holds up. Superman 75.
Oh, it absolutely does.
Doomsday
Absolutely
is the greatest Superman villain. I'm not counting anything that was wrote by anyone besides Dan Jurgens' original run.
And that's probably the best Doomsday we've ever had. by
It
far.
is, absolutely, yeah.
It was very good.
I liked the old con exclusive, the one before this one, but this one was very, very, very good.
I don't have so my involvement with Heroclix is I'm a comics guy. Like that's where I got into it, and so I don't have a lot of problem with any of those statements except the greatest Superman villain of all time. Lex wants some words with you, young man. Like Lex wants to talk.
No,
about
I
that.
do love Lex. I do
That
love Lex,
line.
but you know what? This is the one time. This is the one time that actually somebody went blow for blow, and it's just a dragged out fight. That was just Superman using his pure brute strength.
Miles, I was
going to make him a detective. I know you were, but no, you're not.
Oh, why, Miles? I was going to make him a detective.
Oh, I know, but I wanted to make him a Rocco.
But I want to make him a Rocco.
I was gonna Sherlock Holmes to Doomsday.
Yeah, that whole entire arc was so great.
Oh my lord!
I don't know how you're gonna.
I
I don't know how you're gonna fit Camo, and Doomsday on a team, but
Yeah.
He just picked
I
Camo
know.
to spite me. That's all he did. He
He
picked
picked
Camo
Doomsday to spite
spite
me because I took his orange ring. Okay.
It's right. That's right.
I hate you so
You know what?
much.
Miles is the mayor of HeroClix. He would never do anything to spite anybody. Okay, that's the friendliest man I know.
He's like, take my damn Doomsday.
All right. I think I need to get some more support on my team, so I'm gonna go super rare Harley Quinn. Go do some zombie hunting on there.
Okay.
25 points. You know, healing, empower. Nothing wrong with all that.
I will say this: she's kind of like a poor man's Scott Porter. Like if you don't get Scott, I mean, she's pretty good as long as you can keep it up with having more pieces than you.
So, Adam, how are you getting the Ultra Chase in? Quick.
I have not thought that far ahead. Just like how I have not thought that far ahead of having 2 primes on my team.
That's fair.
I don't
That's like me
think
playing
far
a team.
ahead. I just pick. I'm gonna wait till turn 6 and bring him in. That's what my plan is.
That's
I mean, hey, if your opponent destroys, they make debris. You still remove the tokens. Just saying.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, Ryan, you are on the clock.
All right. Well, I need a ring for my white shirt Scott Porter to equip for free. So I think the choice at this point is going to be the Star Sapphire ring. That one's still open,
okay.
right? I'm not.
Yep.
seeing
Yeah,
it.
no
No
one's
one
taking
has
that.
taken that one
I think
yet.
the only ring left now is red. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
No, I would have
So I
taken
gotta
it
take
because
it.
we were coming back around for Warriors, so like Star Sapphire was in there somewhere, like the low point one, and like that's a good ring, right? Like Mystics
Yeah,
and
especially on a rack night if you don't have Soul Sword. So
Yeah.
I mean that.
Yeah.
that's a good pick. Ryan's still a penis, but it's a good pick.
It's a cock ring for him.
Mhm.
It just
I
shows
would
how much he
hope-
loves using
Was he a
it. He
gorilla?
loves
A really tight cock ring. Wait, what?
a really tight cock ring.
Oh, the blood flow. That sounds awful.
The best
Or lack
kind.
thereof.
Or the lack thereof. Is this supposed to be this blue? Don't worry about it. Let's go with it.
Well, there goes
Yeah.
the PG-13 rating. You're welcome, Adam. It took us a while, though.
I think we lost that round 3.
Yeah.
All right, Mike,
Wait, was
you're
it Pegging Captain America?
pegging. Yeah, round 1. You're right. Mike, you got 2 in a row here.
All right. Let's see. I think I'd be more prepared. I'm gonna take. Does everybody have a ring? Let's see.
Ryan
Well, I have the
doesn't,
best
and
one.
you don't. Dan doesn't have a ring either.
Ryan does have a ring.
I
Yeah, he has
Oh, sorry, he
just
just-
took the ring.
I didn't,
He just
Just
picked
grabbed it.
Star Sapphire ring.
I didn't color code it. That's why.
Okay. I'm gonna take. Gosh, I still have like 8 more picks. Oh my goodness.
I'm still mad at you, Miles.
Bizarro.
I'm still
I
mad
know,
at
I
Pete.
understand.
Zorro.
my
Yeah.
lord.
How you mad at Pete? I'm
Because he
friendly.
took my symbiote.
Mm.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with.
Ryan still has no prime. Interesting.
Wow, he doesn't.
No.
That's a
I'm
I
shocked.
don't think I'm going to be able to, actually.
I can trade you one.
Hey, that's not in the rules.
Orange
I like
ring
that-
for Doomsday.
I do
no,
like that both.
My
I'm
team's
sorry.
pretty much set.
I do like that both the Ultra Chases are gone though. That is kind of cool. It's like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went quick.
Yeah, Mephisto's great. Like, he's incredible.
For sure.
Yeah.
So no matter what, 80 points of Redman's team, he's healing. So
Oh, is Mike about to force?
Mike, no pressure. You got 20
No.
seconds.
Second.
Yeah,
20
I
seconds.
know. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna take Black Skull and Kid Thanos.
Okay.
Oh my God! Stop it!
Nice.
Say, how's that Doom Supreme look now?
Well, I'm still mystical.
he still has Hound.
Hey, you can say Hound or Thor.
Hound or
that's-
Thor?
Oh, Thor.
Ghost
Thor has
Goblin.
a
I can pick
soft
Ghost
pick.
Goblin, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
True.
And you
honestly,
could.
though, Thor's not bad. You can't reduce damage below 2 with the team up. Like, is that on
Yeah,
mystical? I don't know.
No,
it?
it's not.
Mike Black Skull and who was it?
Kid Thanos.
Kid Thanos.
Kid
Kid
Thanos.
Thanos.
Who is such a trash character, but amazing. As Heroclix piece. That's so bad.
I believe that Ryan said when he saw Kid Thanos was a team was fuck that guy.
Yep.
And then now he likes him, and he's like, I don't want to like this character this much.
I'm not a big fan of like.
Kids?
Yeah, when I saw he was out, I just don't like angsty teen versions of characters.
Oh.
But once I saw his dial, he was actually good. I was mad. I was
No,
actually
he-
mad that he was good because I was gonna need him.
Yeah, he's really good. On the right team, especially like Transport, Perplex, Prob.
He does
right
damage
now-
every move. It's really good.
Yeah.
And Passenger 4, like that's awesome.
And Prob and the stop
And if you
click.
pair him with
I'm
the
in, like,
Thor,
every game.
the weird bondage Thor with the team up card, you got something going there.
All right, Ryan, you are up. Should we just put down Ghost Goblin, or are you going to surprise us with something else?
Web cheaters.
No, I got it. I
Web
need a way.
cheaters.
I need a way to swap here, so it's gonna have to be Ghost Goblin.
Oh, that's right with Mephisto, and you're gonna try and keep going. Okay, I see what you're doing here.
Yeah.
Keeping the Arachnite going, huh?
He needs the battery. He needs the battery.
Needs the battery.
It's a little bit of an impressive team. Like, if he's hitting his rollouts, like, Azrael's 1 damage thing sucks. Like, it's just terrible because you're just getting hit for doing nothing. And you can't really count on what damage you did that round because all of a sudden Mephisto is swapping and there's something else there. And Redmond is a really good player, even though he's a penis. And so he will make something like that work really well. So
I'm just going to change this to the penis.
Oh, okay, no, that fits. That fits. And we all know we all know who that is, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not A, he's B.
He's
so
B.
That's
Yeah.
Come on, that's even for me a little.
so
mean.
if he's the penis, does that make you the penis?
The penis?
So we have Ryan.
The Pete
Petus.
is
The Peteness.
Penis? No, the penis.
The
P-E-T-I-S.
The penis?
Penis.
The
Oh,
Peteness.
I am fine with
Penis.
that.
Yeah.
If you all have team names, you can go ahead and tell me them when it's your turn. I'm up. I'm going to go retail. I'm going Legacy Brimstone.
Legacy who?
Brimstone.
Oh, okay. You got okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm
Good choice,
surprised
good choice.
he was not taking her.
He's another one that just, my whole team's about you not having powers, so I figure keep with the theme for 15 points. I'm sure I could add him on there somewhere. He's an easy target, obviously, to just one-shot him. I don't think there is any way to heal him, but if I can somehow get out the attack, it's a nice bonus. And I'm going to
It's a game changer, potentially. I mean, honestly, like, look at his attack. Like, you can wreck it. You can wreck a couple support pieces, no problem.
There's
So,
my
he's a good
teammate,
pick.
Prime Time.
Yes.
All right, Miles, you are up. You can either tell me your team name now or later.
The mayor. It's the mayor.
The mayor, yeah.
The mayor.
Girth Brooks. Girth.
Girth
Brooks.
Girth Brooks.
That's it. Yeah, so.
Girth Brooks.
Yeah, my pick is I'm surprised that it's here. I have to take it because I know it's not going to be it for me next round. I'm going to take the Red Lantern ring, be it for Aquaman or for potentially another figure.
Okay.
Yep, that's a good one to put on Aquaman.
You dirtbag.
All the rings are
You-
gone, right?
Hold on.
Wait,
I was gonna ask, 'cause-
are all the rings gone? Holy.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I had-
Wait a second.
1, 2, 3.
So you said it wouldn't be there
4,
next round, so
5,
quick it.
6,
Let's-
7.
Let's just ask. Dan, were you gonna pick it?
No.
Austin?
Absolutely not.
Me? Me again? No. Back to Austin?
No, definitely not.
Dan?
Nope.
I was
See, you say that,
1,000% gonna pick it.
Yeah.
I was literally
Big
just
fan.
typed in. I had Atrocitus for Brute, and I was gonna get the Red Lantern. I'm so mad right
Yeah.
now. I was like,
See, and
nobody.
I
is
got
taking
Atrocitus
your
on my list too.
Oh, you know what? I love Atrocitus, and I want him to work, and he just is a good way to give up 75 points.
Yeah,
That's just
know.
my
If he was
experience with it.
If he was like
Yeah.
50, I'd be like, I could trade that. That's fine. But whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, you are on the
Luckily,
clock.
there's better. Red
All right, Legacy Surtur, baby.
Search.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait,
God, this is
Surtur is
amazing.
not modern. Surtur rotated.
Oh,
He
did
Oh,
you?
he did
rotated
rotate.
out
that's right,
a
he's
corner.
gone already. Oh,
Yeah.
bad. Gone
That's
too
true.
soon.
Way to go, Dan. Way to go.
well,
He was the
we got
first
our
one to do it. To be fair, first one to do
mess
it.
up. But to be fair, I don't. What set was he? Was he War of the Realms?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
Lord
Yeah.
He's already gone.
Oh, man, this is so awkward right now.
I think
It's
there's
so
only
wrong.
there's only 2 retails in modern right now, which is Brimstone
Three.
and
There's 3.
Fulcrum. Who's the other one?
Carnage.
Carnage.
yeah.
Yeah, Carnage.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
there's a Wonder Woman and Jumpa technically as well. They're also
Yeah, they still count. Yeah, you're right. All right. Well, I guess in that
And
case,
Atrocitus retail.
we're
Yeah.
gonna go with Chase Annihilation then.
Oh,
Chase Annihilation.
Okay.
There she is.
Who doesn't like start Quake
Annihilation.
exploit logs?
Yeah, she just makes for free. Like, isn't it
Every-
within like 4 seconds or something like that?
No,
Too?
it's every turn. Just at the beginning of the turn, you just generate a demon.
Yeah, okay. I thought
Nice.
it was within 4 squares or
If they
something.
bury barrier around her, her and Kamo are the best with it because he generates his shark. It's not a May, and then her daemons are also
Right?
generated.
Yeah, it's a you must. Yeah.
He just generates demons. Sounds like me every day of my life. I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
All right. On that note, Austin, you are on the clock.
Okay. This is an interesting alternative to Doomsday being a detective, so we're gonna go Legacy Darkside.
Ugh.
But he doesn't. Oh,
Ooh.
he's not good though. Yeah,
He is
Yeah.
good, man. He is good. It just takes finesse.
No, his mind control.
His mind control
his
is
mind control needs
It's so bad.
errata. It's
Yeah, it needs to be fixed.
But with intention, it works. So it's still good. It just needs an errata on paper. So I still think he's fine. He's still good. Okay.
He just needs to work on paper to work. That's all.
Yes, exactly. But the
It's
intention
okay to
is
like a
probably.
character, but he's bad. Come on, he's bad.
Nah, I definitely don't think so. But anyways,
All right.
continue.
Austin's doing that because he's a Superman villain, and he's
Yeah.
He's doing. Revan's given the. It's bad though, right? He's given the Revan.
Yep.
all right. Pete Ness, you got 2 picks.
Oh man. So just to take the last retail off the board, I'm going to take Fulcrum. I'm not going to play him. He's just going to sit on my sideline. All of my high point scorers and actual fantasy football. I will never play him. He'll just sit there and make other people points. So, yeah.
Oh, you should have drafted Russell Wilson. You'd be 4-1.
Or be like the Broncos and be, 1-4?
I don't care about the Broncos. The fact is, Russell Wilson got me at 4-1. That's called.
He did not. The rest of your team did.
Who cares? So my team carried Russell Wilson. Who cares?
Exactly.
He still started.
And then, Pete, you got another one?
So I think I'm going to go like a little bit like a. Honestly, guys, I'm a little surprised nobody's talked about, but I think he does some things that potentially don't actually ever win you a game, but it sounds fun. So I'm going to go with Peacemaker.
There you go. I like that.
Okay.
I looked at him, but I don't have any.
Don't you? Well, don't you have to have?
Yeah, you have to. Have
Are you
mission
doing?
points.
Are you doing sideline, or are you just, like?
No, sideline active.
Main thing.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, don't you have mission points to bring him in then?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, that's the thing of, like, he's got to sit there, and I've got to figure out how to do that, and I'm not sure how to do that yet. But he's kind of a cool
Tarot card.
piece, and he's on Warrior, so I'm just building out Warrior. I'm honestly picking pieces other people can't have now at this point, just in case. So
That's fair.
I like it.
All right, Austin, round 11.
For the real detective choice, it's iconic Superboy.
Superboy.
He needs fixed as well too. Hopefully
He does, yeah, but that trait that needs to get fixed. But that's not the reason he's on the team. He's 55 points with charge, flurry.
No,
11
he's
for,
extremely
so,
good. Yeah, no, he's extremely good. But
Yeah,
it's just until the beginning or the end of
he
your
needs a
next
day
turn.
one errata. I agree.
Dan is up.
All right, it's getting down here because I do not know what to pick off the top of my head right now. But guess I will go with Rare Kazar.
Kazar.
that's a good pick.
Okay.
I do like that.
I probably should have
Guess
done
that
that
means I
instead
have
of
to get
Peacemaker, to be honest.
Uncommon Grodd. Yeah, he's better warrior. Yeah.
How do you spell that? K-A
Dash is the AR.
Dash.
dash. There he is. Kazar. Holy cow. All right, Girth Brooks, you are up.
All right. So yeah, Atrocitus with the red ring sounds perfect, but unfortunately, like everyone says, he's just an easy 75 points, and I need someone with a rollout, especially another option in case Aquaman with the red ring isn't the best choice. So we're gonna go with Dexstar.
I like it. Angry Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
I still would like to see a Black Lantern chip that you mentioned in our Black Lantern episode.
I want to see his sure. So,
All right. One one figure I think that people have forgotten about that actually made kind of an impact over at Worlds is the super rare Miss Marvel. So I'm going to take her because I could just carry her, or not carry her, but she is placed afterwards. She has Empower that helps out Captain America, and then she can make attack right afterwards. I won't be themed, obviously, so I won't be getting any of her Perplex or Prob, but the fact that I can just get a +1 to my attack with Harley Quinn and then give Cap another damage is always nice as well.
You won't be able to do it until after his hypersonic resolves.
Sorry, I meant Cap gives it to Miss Marvel. Because he has Empowered as well. Who's up? The Penis, Ryan.
So they go on your sideline. Did you mention mystery cards?
So mystery cards you do not have to draft because those will just be at your disposal when you're team building.
Okay. I only have 5 points for equipment. It's not my favorite one. I would have probably rather had a sword for Arachnite, but I think I'm going to go with the Billy Clubs to give him 3 bolts since he still has Precision Strike and 3 damage.
I like
I
that.
thought you were going with web shooters.
No,
And
that's
I was
free
about
for
to-
him, technically, so he doesn't have to pay the points.
But he still has to draft him, though.
He does still have to draft him. All right, Mike, you're up twice.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Mantis from Avengers Forever, some cheap Perplex, and her Rally Die ability. Because
I like Mantis.
I don't have a lot of points left with the team that I got, and then I'm also gonna take Scrappy.
Nice.
Scrappy for some sideline.
All right, Ryan, you are back on the clock.
All right, let's do it. Web shooters.
There you go.
Free on Madam Web.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Much my team right there.
That
I mean, it's
in
pretty much
cap
looks
can
like you're-
come in handy.
I was gonna say this pretty much looks like your team that you ran
They
before,
do.
anyway.
There's some pieces, some crossover.
I still need probability control on my team, so I'm going to go with Black Cat, so that will help prevent any kind of probbing as well on my side. Again, easy target for her, but 20 points for prob, and the fact that you can't prob as well is always a good thing. Where is she? Black Cat. There she is. Miles.
I said I was going to take him round 10. Apparently that was wrong. This is round 12, so we're going with Bizarro.
Okay.
You know what, Miles? That's your boy. Always be great, as you always are.
I tried. People think that he is D tier, and I think they're absolutely wrong. I think at 60 points, obviously you're going to be able to have better figures, but I think that he can actually potentially make top cut in some rock tournaments.
That's
on the
cool.
right
Yeah.
base.
You know what? I think a
Not
lot
just
of
Paul.
people are not as
Paul as well.
good at you at this game, and so I think you're probably right. That's my 2 cents. So there we go.
All right, Dan, you are on the
I suck.
clock.
Damn it.
But hey, there's plenty of non-roll teams out there that you can work with, Miles.
All right.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I actually have to play.
I'm gonna go into far left field, and I'm gonna pick Harrow.
Say it. Who was that?
Harrow's a good choice, though. Harrow's a good choice.
I'm gonna pick Harrow. Harrow. Yes.
H-A-
I don't think that's a far left
Oh,
field
Harrow.
choice. Like he's
Gotcha.
really good.
Oh yeah, I think Harrow's pretty solid.
Is he a winnable or was he a con?
He was
Nice.
like an OP kit.
OP kit.
Yeah, he was part of the Moon Knight OP.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, Austin.
So Man, this is where it starts getting a little tougher with my decisions.
This is where teams are made in the last rounds.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't pick him sooner. Scrappy do, actually.
Oh, Scrappy is gone. Mike,
be gone
Mike
already.
picked him this
He's
round.
already gone.
Who picked
Mike
it? Oh,
got
I
him.
wasn't even paying attention. Oh, man, I should have picked that last round. I meant to pick it earlier, but I forgot about it. All right, in that case, geez, I don't even know if it really matters all that much. Let's see. I guess Skybreaker maybe would be a good option for something. I don't know. Maybe.
Is that
We'll
your
do
going?
Skybreaker. Yeah, let's just stick with Skybreaker for now.
All right, that was gonna be my next pick, but not anymore.
Yeah, Skybreaker on Superboy or World's Finest might be something. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see.
Yep, that's right. Skybreaker. All right, Pete, you got 2 back-to-back.
Man. What are we doing now here? Like picking against people or picking stuff?
You can pick
That's
in
like-
fillers. You can pick in people to screw
I know.
them over.
So let me talk about my prime shame here tonight, Adam, as a person that shares in it.
Your what,
I took
James?
Swordsman way earlier than Swordsman ever needed to be taken.
Yes,
Like,
I will agree on that.
Yeah, but I was in the moment. I'm a warrior. We're doing warrior things.
I'm a warrior.
Anyways, so I think I'm gonna take Thorgwen, the Con LE, and I'll try to make points work at some point here because I'm not really sure what I'm actually doing. I just have a lot of warriors, so that works for me.
No, I thought
And
about
then-
her. I like her a lot, actually.
Oh yeah, Thorgwen's good. I like Thorgwen. I'm a
And
fan.
what? I'm like, how can we screw other people's builds here? I
Take
Prime
some more
Jim Dancers.
primes. Yep. Take some
Oh,
more
I'm just kidding.
primes.
That was mean.
That was a little hurt.
I'm sorry. What swords do we have left? Warlock is gone.
Lots of swords.
Skybreaker's gone.
I took Muramasa, so
But which one?
I took the good one.
Yeah, the
Is
better
this
one.
honestly, is this my pick right now from the first one or the second one in 30 seconds?
Oh, sorry, I have to reset it.
Okay. It's getting really stressed out here. On the theme of just like trying to make a team work from my keyword that I somehow cornholed myself into, I'm going to take Black Adam from DC Notorious because nobody else is going to take him.
Why
But
not?
I need another. I need another round to think this
And
out
you-
here.
And you have the Sinestro ring.
I do, and honestly, if Wheels of Vengeance was there, I would have taken Man Thing probably a couple picks ago.
Oh, yeah.
He's the new one, the 90.1 is amazing. He's so good.
Legacy. I'd pick the Legacy first pick overall. Man,
Yeah,
with the duck.
Just so good. But here we are, and I'm terrible at this game and at podcasting. So that's my turn.
I never claimed
Man,
to be
oh,
a
man.
Phoenix Nest type team. We are the or the Island of Misfit Toys over here.
The Island of
So-
Toys.
Phoenix Nest has been accused of being a community college, so we would be like the guys getting like credits in high school.
We're
at this point.
we're the
And God
online
bless them,
we're the online course.
because we're like really motivated, but at the same time, it never translates to actual college credit. So, yeah.
That's funny. All right. I'm probably gonna have to go with OP, the Exosword's OP Mercy,
So the slot
the one that lets you. The slot Mercy.
So the one that lets you when you're attacking or when you're being attacked.
when you're attacked,
okay, I
when
think
you're
that's
attacking.
the slop one.
Yeah, it is.
So slop, mercy. Let me find it on. Is it this one? Once per attack, when this character attacks, yes. All right, let me color code this quick, and then Dan can pick. All right, Dan, you are on the clock. Did you hear me, Dan? Is Dan here?
Oh, Dan left actually.
Dan.
He's not online right now.
Okay, I will stop his timer real quick. We'll see if we can get him back on.
What is this timer stoppage thing?
Right?
Dan, come on, Dan. Get a better internet connection. Daniel?
This is where it's the
Yeah,
dead
no
air, and we
excuse
really
for it.
have to start thinking of things to say.
Yeah, all the time my fantasy football drafts all the time get paused when I don't have internet. I'm just kidding.
All the time.
All the time. Let's see. So, what teams are we most scared of? I'm gonna say.
Can we pick for Dan's team? Let's just pick for Dan's team.
I'll start the
What's
timer
the
now,
worst
so he
team
has
here
2 minutes to
with
come back. What I want to know is, will Ryan actually pick a prime or not?
I don't think so. at this
I
point.
don't think so.
I don't think he will.
I'm
really
set with the team.
I mean, he's got some like
Yeah.
Hulk is an easy 10-point prime that you could squeeze on.
Or a
any team.
jokester is always not bad.
Who's the worst team? That's what you asked, Mike. I
No,
don't.
who's the
I like.
best team? Who's the best team? I said. Who's
I
the
think
team
he's
we're
trying
most
to
scared
like
of?
hunt for a compliment. Which one's the
No.
best team out there right now, guys?
No,
What are you thinking here?
I'm saying I was leading that off to say the team that I'm most scared of, and right now it's Austin's.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
scared
yeah.
of Austin
Yeah.
and
Detectives.
Austin and Dan. Oh wait, no, not Dan. Girth Brooks.
Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I would
went
say
a little
my-
off the wall.
I would say Mike or Austin's, but the thing is about my team is like I haven't actually picked my team. Like that's a bunch of warrior pieces, but you could easily
Right.
just have Thanos sitting there at 300 points.
Yeah.
Or APOC, excuse me. I meant sorry, bad. Worst.
I pretty much have the team mostly built out already. Yeah, I think I pretty much have it
the only
done.
thing worrisome with Mike's team against yours, Austin, is that I don't think Mike has any pulse wave, and that's what's really worrisome because
Yeah.
you have
Mhm.
Martian Manhunter that completely shuts down Spider-Man by using outsiders. He can't use any free. So he
Yeah,
can't
I mean,
use free attack.
Yeah, and then I can also just
Please.
outwit his speed power too, which is
That's
another
why I
thing.
said like Austin is definitely a great counter pick to the meta
Mhm.
stuff.
And
that I
Owlman
have.
can use pick 2 powers with his outwit.
three.
Oh, 3, right. 'Cause if he has 3 action tokens, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
I
2
think
action tokens, sorry.
Austin definitely went a good route and played the long game because mine kind of.
I've been playing Detective like secretly for a while. I love Detective. Oh my god, I was building with Venom Wolverine because she has
All right.
Detective.
So Dan's pick has been forfeited. Not sure what happened to him. Hopefully he can get back on here.
He's picking Superman. He picks common Superman. That's what happens.
That's what happens. All right. I like it.
That's what
Common Superman. There we go.
Oh, he just got back online too.
Well, let him pick. Let him pick. I don't think Redmond's team is bad either. Like you have the MOE swap, the ability to heal, and Redmond. Like if you guys have played Redmond, Redmond's very good. So some of this is not just the pieces; it's the player. Because like Miles can make things work that I would never look at a second time. Like there's a lot of pieces Miles plays, and I'm like, well, that's garbage. And then Miles kicks my ass or somebody else's ass with it. I'm like, well, I guess it's not garbage. So it has to do with that too.
Yeah.
So
Dan, do you have a pick that we can put for your spot?
He types in
Red Raven.
A Red Raven.
Common Superman. I think he
Red.
typed
Why
Common
Red
Superman.
Raven? Who does he get Red Raven from?
Maybe just so someone else can't pick it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
right.
Yeah, it
Interesting.
doesn't go on.
Miles, you're up.
All the good swords were gone. So I was actually looking through the swords and seeing, okay, how can I get this to get the most out of Bizarro? And so there's a few swords that I came up with, and he has quite a few common keywords. You got brute, which is their monster, and I'm like, you know what? What makes him better? Let's give him exploit. And if someone shares a keyword, he's going to be doing 5 damage with Genesis. So
Good
we're going
sword.
to give him Colony.
Good sword.
Colony.
That's probably the next best sword right there from everything that's been picked.
Yeah.
I should have picked that instead of Mercy probably, but it is what it is.
I thought you were,
Dark
and I'm
Side.
like,
Yeah, I honestly forgot Colony was a thing, man. I just saw Mercy and I was like, I have to pick this one. That's just I don't have time to think.
All All right. That
I'll
means
just
I am on board. I know what I want to do. This is more like thinking of teams that I would like to maybe try out. But let's see here. Is there anything else worthwhile on here? Yeah, like Miles says, a lot of the good swords are already gone, so I don't think there's any worthwhile. I mean, putting Blade's Claws on Captain America isn't bad, but he doesn't need things like Exploit or things like that because he's just going to ignore your defenses. So let me take a quick pick at the swords, but I don't think... God Killer's not a bad one. You know what? I'm gonna go with God Killer.
Blackbone of Omdua?
Oh yeah, actually,
no,
it doesn't matter.
You ignore defenses. Yeah,
Yep.
you ignore defense, so yeah, it doesn't matter at all.
I really wanted Skybreaker for Cap, but that was taken away by Austin. Let's see here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go Grass Cutter.
Ooh, okay.
Well, that's the God Killer might be a good choice because of how many power cosmics there are. Like that's really good.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that Cap can come in and swing, and one of his dies is a 6, and then I'm just doing 6 damage to you.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
Yes, the Dan approach.
All right, Ryan.
Or-
Or the Christine Redmond approach. Yes, very familiar.
No,
Yeah.
that approach is, hey, Oliver, let's beat up Dad together. That's the Christine approach.
That happens a lot.
Remember when Dad didn't give you that cookie and I did? Yeah.
I bribed him with the soda to not attack me last time.
100% did, and then laughed about it and said I didn't do it. And I was like, he's hiding behind the table. That's for sure what you did.
I think I'm just gonna have to stock my sideline up with Masters of Evil now, because I have a 300-point mystical team. So let's go with Thor.
That is not the one I thought you were going to go with, to be honest.
Nobody's picking Hound.
That flurry blades is not bad.
That piece is ass.
I mean, they're both ass, to be honest, but...
Thor's team up is really, really good on the right team.
But he can't
Which isn't
be
this one.
themed with this team. He can't be Masters of Evil. All right. Mike, you're up twice.
Okay, I am going with Iron Hammer
Iron Hammer.
Good pick.
Nice.
and the Legacy Apocalypse.
Oh, nice pick.
Just to
Ooh,
just to
okay,
give
okay.
myself, yeah, I know. I think he's a pretty to get this late in the draft. Just
I thought,
gives me some
Isn't he-
interesting workarounds for the team.
did he rotate?
No, he's X
No.
of Swords.
Oh, that's a big miscalculation on my part then.
Yeah,
The
that's a
other,
good,
the other one from House of X or Rise and Fall retired.
yeah, that's a good pick.
Okay.
I like that pick a lot.
Thank you.
Ryan, you're up again.
You can throw Hound on there.
There you go. That a boy. All the MOEs are gone.
You felt a little dirty, didn't you? A little bit, a little dirty.
He felt a little animalistic, like doing that.
It's okay. You can. This is a safe place. Talk about it.
Say Ryan's got the Gimp Squad, so he's good.
Yeah.
Gimp Squad. I'm gonna, because I can't do Green Lantern Ring or the Bat Belt for Prime Wonder Woman. I think
Start just picking pieces that you guys want. Start picking Warrior.
Warriors.
Oh man, like Redmond, your mic has not been the best.
If only you bought a new one. I know I've made that joke before, but no, I can't do Green Lantern Ring or Bat Belt on Wonder Woman. So I think I'm gonna go with Pumpkin Bombs to just give her some exploit or some energy explosion
That's
second
fine,
blast.
yeah.
Nice.
Sure,
That
sure.
was my pick. Nice. That on Space Ghost.
That's a good one.
would've been Fun. That's
Why on
very
Space
good.
Ghost? Just out of curiosity.
Because he has penetrating energy explosion. You can choose, so he can do 3 damage.
Space Ghost does
Penetrating
True.
really?
energy.
Well, yeah, you can
Yep,
pick
it's
one
one
of
of
3
his powers.
options or something like that, right?
Oh, he's one of the
Yep.
pick a power guys. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it gives you a lot more options, because that's why him with the... You either can give him the shot gauntlets to always give him Force Blast, or Force Blast is free that helps him. and then pumpkin bombs, because that way you can perplex him up twice, so now he'll be a 12 attack for 3 damage, energy explosion, penetrating. It's
Gotcha.
I mean, for 35 points, that's pretty solid.
yeah. So I guess I got to go this route. I already got my sword, so there might be a potential that I'm not going to use Bizarro, or I only have 65 points instead of 70 available. And I'm going to take another page out of Dan's book, and we're going to go ahead and get the uncommon Pog Your Pog from X of Swords.
Oh, the one that makes the bystander.
Yep. Now he has Precision Strike and Exploit. The Pog does that he generates that can move for free with Dolphin with Kamo. So, Giant Reach too.
Very cool.
Is Dan here, or should we just skip him? Or does someone want to
It
message
shows him
him?
here.
If he wants, maybe his mic went out. Dan, if you can hear us, if you can put in the chat, and if someone can read it off to me, just because I have so many other windows up on my screens, I can't see anything else. So I will start his clock.
Blackfire.
Blackfire.
Which one? The
There's
one.
only one Blackfire.
No, isn't there? Oh, I'm thinking Starfire. Or no, isn't there? Which Blackfire is that?
It's from the Batman team up.
Batman team up. Yeah. There's 2 Starfires, but there's only one Blackfire.
Oh, the Starfire I'm thinking of. All right, Blackfire.
He's a great pick, especially if he plans on Red Ravening in there. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, Austin, you are up.
Okay. Fuck. I'm probably gonna go Iconics 35, the iconic Superman fighting Doomsday.
All
Since
right.
to see Superman's gone, he's a good call-in when World's Finest dies.
And decent point denial too, because he's only 35 points, so that way you're not
And
giving up
decent
more
point
points.
denial.
So I like it.
Superman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, Austin's team is looking scary.
It's looking very DC, except for one person. Actually, Owlman. Yeah, Owlman's DC too.
Yeah, it literally Misty Knight's the only one that's not.
All right, Pete, you're up twice.
Oh man, what to do here? Do we have to pick mystery cards or no?
No,
No.
you do not. Did nobody pay attention at the beginning of the podcast when I went over the rules and said, no, you don't need to pick mystery cards?
It's like 2 days
I'm
ago.
going to answer that question. No,
Okay.
I did not pay attention.
Just checking.
I will take boomerangs because I don't know why else other than keep them away from somebody who's a lot
they're
smarter
fun.
than me.
I think they're good. I think they're all right.
And I guess because there's not a ton of equipment except for swords. What's the sword that heals friendlies?
The Light of Galador.
Yeah, we'll take that too, just in case somebody gets smart with it.
Okay.
The Light
look
of
at him.
Galador. Where is that? Light of Galador. Light of Galador. All right, Austin. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. 2 picks left.
I am going to go with the other DC iconic Superman, the Return Superman.
Is that the black suit one?
Yes.
So
That's the
we'll
other one I
say
will go with.
Iconics. BS Superman soups. We'll call it.
Sure.
BS soups. All right, Dan.
Yeah.
Dan is up. If he types something in chat, let me know. Where is BS soups? There's BS soups, or crystal urinal soups from the old one.
Watcher.
Which Watcher? There are.
I would
There's
assume-
only one now.
One.
The Connelly.
Oh, right, Connolly, yeah. I was going to say there isn't one, but never mind.
So, can we talk about that piece for a second? Like,
Sure.
just in general?
Sure.
Like, it lasted a bit. Like, if you look at it on paper, that piece for 125 is a lot, but it does a lot. So, it messes with the Black Lantern teams. Like, it hits, you can remove rain, right?
Yeah, you can move the graves, yeah.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you're making things. So, It controls the board quite a bit. You put a soul sword on it, it's pretty good, and you've invincible the whole dial. So I don't like if you're looking for a prime top of the level like big point piece. I don't think there's many better ones, right? Or
Yeah.
am I crazy?
No,
No,
he's fine. He's good.
no,
He's all right.
My
cool.
biggest concern with him is that he's a little immobile for that many points. Like, especially when you consider guys like Kamo or just like other higher point guys, even Doomsday. With his
Should have
full
had
movement
hypersonic,
stuff.
not charge. That would have
Yeah,
helped.
so like just a 10 movement charge, I think, is a little limiting for that many points. Like if he was like 75 or something, and you have a 10 movement charge, it's not that bad. But for a big
Well, if he was 75, people would play 3 of them.
no,
like,
I know.
he
What I
does
meant
a
was
lot.
no. I'm not saying like with that. I'm just saying like for a character that has a 10 movement charge, that's not a lot, and especially no flurry or anything. So I think even running shot would have helped him out a lot. Like
Just having like a speed
7
power that
range.
just charge running shot.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Yeah, I'm very
Like more
surprised
versatile.
at the price that he is right now. I actually picked one up for $35, which I thought was a steal. I think he's a lot better than people are giving him credit for.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of potential. My only concern is the lack of mobility.
Yeah.
I think the game has gone towards a little bit more of like board manipulation, if that makes sense. Like barrier is always important, but now you can deal with barrier. So now what do you do when you can deal with barrier? Like how do you set your team up? So when you make a move and all of a sudden you're erasing terrain markers and then placing them, that can change the opponent's next turn, depending on what map you're on, pretty quickly. So I think there's
That's
something
why I like
there.
the
I
Connie
just
Elite Joker at 75 instead of the 120. For sure.
All right. Let's see who's up. Miles is up.
So, besides there's Superman 1, there's Superman 2, and then, we have the Man of Steel movies, okay, whatever. But what I want to talk about is I'm going to take somebody that's probably from the best superhero movie from the 90s. It's a Superman-related movie, and we're going with Shaquille O'Neal. No one gets that reference?
Kazam?
Steel?
Kazam.
Steel?
oh, my first thought was Kazam.
Yeah,
I
it was
didn't get it,
Kazam
Miles.
too.
I'm sorry.
I was like, what are you
You're
talking
right.
about?
It was Steel. It was. You were right.
Are we talking
Shaq
Shaq?
is a watchable movie, but Steel is not.
We talking Shaq Fu here? I don't think that's a Heroclix quite yet.
I'm so ashamed of
Shaq
myself.
plays Steel. Yeah, Shaq played
He
Steel,
did.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Well,
Movie.
I guess I will stick with the Superman trend, but I'm not going to be picking Superman. I'm going to pick somebody that I really thought that Miles was going to pick, and that's going to be the new Lex Luthor to give everybody outwit.
I was, and he probably was going to be my last pick if he made it here, but taking that orange ring really, really took a lot of what makes him great.
It is. I like
really
having my entire team having outwit. It's a nice bonus just to have just in case.
He's amazing.
Well, no, that's what made him
like he's so
with
good.
the orange ring. Because you can make the spotlight, and you're like, crap, I don't care if this dies. I don't care, because now my Luthor has outwit.
Yeah.
So that way you don't have to always waste the good constructs. There's now a use for the bad ones.
Yep, 100%. All right, Ryan.
Well, but he's leadership. Like he can take a hit. Like he's long Gaia. What is he? 6 clicks. Like Lex is a thing at 50 points.
Oh, he's
people are sleeping on him. They really are.
No, he's amazing for that price.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan. Who is going to be your second to last pick? They're all MOEs are off the board. Has Ryan disappeared as well? I'm assuming yes.
He was muted.
He went to Chase Blink.
Chase Blink.
No, don't let me pick for him.
Is that accurate or no?
He's typing. Hold on.
Oh,
Send me
an
invite
again. That means Chase Blink. I picked
that
for him.
means Chase Blink. What is going on here? He's in it. I don't have to invite him again.
Yeah,
he's already in it.
He left.
He's leaving the group again.
Now he left.
No, I guess stall the timer. So what else are we going to talk
Miles,
about here, boys?
is Ryan like bunking by you today with the internet connection? What's going on here?
Yes.
That
yes,
also sounds sexy. That's very sexy.
Two men bunking together? Never know.
Hey, and I'm
what
sorry I
happens.
didn't get the invite to Miles's bunk. Not Redmond's bunk, just
You
Miles's.
have been invited, and you have yet to answer my phone calls.
All right, Ryan, are you back with us?
Call the Pete invitation.
The penis, are you back? Apparently not. If you can hear us, type in the chat which figure you want.
This is a high-level Heroclix podcast.
I have no idea what is going on here. I don't know what happened to Dan. I don't know what happened to Ryan.
Yeah,
Amanda
usually it's
Waller.
me, Amanda Waller.
That's honestly a good pick. I like her a lot.
I was considering her, if I'm being honest. I really was considering her
Yeah.
as a last-ditch effort sideline
not bad.
active. I mean, she's fine. I don't know. She's not my cup of tea. Not my favorite thing.
If you have a
So
lot
now
of things that can just send a die like goons and stuff like that, and you can put those bomb collars going off, you can do a lot of damage.
My problem is things have to die for her to come out. Like you have to actually give up points for her to come out, and they have to be two in the same turn. That's my particular problem with it. But I can see like why people would do it.
This is my Heroclix stream. Redmond is on this podcast and he can't talk right now, so I can do whatever I want for the next couple of rounds.
Ah, dude, my last option's kind
A
of
little
tough.
thing. Is that me? Is that my up?
Yeah, it's you.
All right, let's do it. I'm kind of torn. I definitely need some power counterers through Pulse Wave or whatever. I looked at Leech, but I don't feel like he's very good. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna lock in Moonstone.
Oh, I love that pick. Love
Thank you.
that pick.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
25 points. The shape change super senses copy
She
Spider-Man team.
she
ability.
is stellar. She really is, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you. I think she'll fit nicely with the other Masters of Evil I got. And then it helps me to deal with, gives me a 11 attack pulse wave option that's really difficult to kill with a 50-50
yeah.
senses and shape change.
Oh, I'm all for that. I love that.
Thank you.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm excited about it. And then I think just to, I was looking at Cosmo, but I don't think I have the points for him. I'm going to go with the Ingwenable Hulk.
All right.
Of the draft. I like her during the first attack. If she's not the target, the attacker's attack and damage are -1. So I think that -1 comes in handy a lot these days against any potential alpha strikers. So and she's a brute, so I like the option to have her in there and screw with somebody's stats.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Ryan, your last pick of the draft. If your mic is not working, just type it in. And Pete, just make up something. I'm not going to read the chat.
He said talent.
Oh, he picked his prime. He picked his prime. It took him.
Wow.
He picked his
What?
prime that has nothing
There
to
you
do with
go.
his team.
Yeah, he just.
You know what? If somebody in
That's it.
here on his podcast with him would have said, "Hey, it's Prime Day. Get a better mic." And here we are. Just me talking for Redmond.
Yes,
You know what?
I
While
told
we're
him
talking
yesterday.
Redmond-
I even threw it in the chat for all you guys because this is the mic that I use that he bought. I was like, get it now. It's like $50 cheaper today.
I want to confirm for everybody out there that, as speaking for Ryan Redmond, I am 100% a penis. That's it. I'm good now. Thank you for having me on the podcast. It's been amazing. Mwah.
Yes.
All right, for my last figure, I just have to find him. But if I'm going to stick with soldiers, I might as well. He's a really good figure. He's really expensive, but nobody wants to play him. And that is, after I find him, where is he?
Black Lantern Superman.
No, I can't. Doesn't fit my team at all, but I'm going to go Soldier Supreme.
Interesting.
I do like him. I do
Okay.
like him.
I like that. That's a little out of pocket choice in my opinion, but okay, I like that.
He made it on some teams at Worlds.
He did. I did see that. That's
He
interesting.
definitely did pretty well. So
Yeah, he gives me rollouts. He fits my team. He
Adam
sees through
pulled it
stealth.
together at the end.
It was just that round 2 that was horrible.
Yeah.
So, like, I want to love him. Like, he does so much, right? At 75 points, like, you're like, this is amazing. and then he just never works for me because my dice are just such ass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he just gets blown off the board so fast. But I really want to like the piece. Like, he's a super fun piece, and I built around him many times. I think it's a great pick.
I mean,
All right, gentlemen. Sorry to interrupt, but it is 11 o'clock my time.
yeah.
And I
So
for work in the morning, so I'm going to be powering off. So thank you so much. This was an awesome idea. Good luck to everybody else.
We'll finish
All
off
right,
the
man.
draft.
Good pick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Miles, you would pick Steel. You would pick Steel. Awesome.
All right,
Okay.
Miles, who
Okay.
is going to be your last pick of the draft?
So this is the dark horse pick. There's a few figures I can go with. I was thinking about going the Black Lantern Superman route, and I'm like, that's just no. Let's try and think outside the box more. So I found
Alyssa
Super
Drac.
Rares. He's from Notorious.
Oh,
No,
Ooh.
no. He actually works really well with Necron. They don't share a keyword, but that's okay. We're gonna go with the super rare pink one because you can go ahead and give him
Ooh.
knockback energy explosion, which is
Ooh.
totally fine because he's only doing 3 damage anyway. He has precision strike on low dial, so you're hitting and knocking them back. So
Not for nothing. He makes a goon too. Not for nothing. You know, he,
Yeah.
he does make
you
goons.
generate up to 2. Yeah.
yeah.
But no, I think him just giving out powers is worth it, and I think him.
Oh, I
and
think
Necron
Penguin is easily very good.
on theme could be interesting.
Interesting,
Especially
okay.
giving him that energy explosion knockback.
Oh yeah, with
Right.
Tensai, if you can heal Necron up, yeah.
All right, Dan, if you are still in the chat, if you could type in
He's a Carnage Rocket.
Carnage Rocket. Rocket.
I like it.
There's Carnage Rocket.
This will be the word.
Carnage Rocket.
I'm not a fan of Carnage Rocket, but I respect it.
And then he's a little squishy. I mean, he does have double rollouts. He has the probability control. He does a lot. I do like him. It just seems like he just gets one-shotted every time I played him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be the same now, especially without the Necro Sword. I
Yeah.
think,
True.
especially if you're playing Highlander in theme format.
I
At
kind of
50
wish.
points. I know people think he's better at 75, but I like him at 50 with a problem.
I kind of wish he was tiny, just to give him a little bit of boost. But the triple target with the steel energy, can he equip him with anything? Not really. It's going to affect him on his team, but it's a good pick. All right, Austin, what is your last pick? I have pumpkin bombs.
Oh, so this last pick is actually really tough between two things. Oh man. Honestly, it's
Cyborg
either
Superman is the obvious choice.
is it though? I don't think it is.
I think
It's
so.
either Nightfall Batman
Eradicator.
or Mermaid Batman. Those are the two options I'm thinking.
Merbad.
But I think I'm gonna go Nightfall Iconics Batman. I think it's who I'm gonna do. He has really great pogs.
He's a
He is
great
actually-
figure to bring in when
Oh yeah.
World's Finest dies.
So like if Iconic Superman doesn't work out and he just doesn't seem like he's gonna be the best, I mean, this Nightfall Batman's amazing. His pogs are super solid. If you kill him, he doesn't die. It's just he's pretty good. He's overall pretty solid.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. This is not Iconics. This is Nightfall.
It is Iconics. It's Iconics Nightfall.
It's the slap bat.
No slap. So they're both Iconics. They're just two different Iconics.
Okay. So I'll just.
This one's Nightfall.
This
You
is
just do,
Nightfall.
Like, yeah.
Nightfall bats. All right, Pete. You started off this whole draft. How are you going to end it? Going to end it with a bang or a?
Well, I'm going to end it with a giant farting sound because my whole draft does a little bit of that, but I decided to commit to Warrior. I don't know if it was the right choice because the pieces behind me kind of fell out weird. I was honestly expecting to get Genesis on the comeback round because there's so many good modern pieces, right?
There really
we've
are.
overlooked a lot of the thugs, and so I'm going to close my draft out by saying I took the Cordian Thunder, so I'm going to bring in another piece that goes along with it, and it's got to be the Polar Bear, right? Like,
Polar
what else are you
Bear.
doing? Yeah.
Clover's great. They're great.
So if I'm going to give my boy a chance with the ring and he dies, I'm bringing in a Polar Bear, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad
There you
about
go.
it. I want to say I've really enjoyed this tonight. Like, just to not completely take over the podcast, but I am not a podcast guy. I listened to this one, I listened to one other one, and it's been a great tonight. I think you guys do an exceptional job, and thank you, Adam, for the chance to be on here. And I hope we kept it slightly above PG-13.
Oh gosh, Pete.
So
No, this was fun. I thought everyone did a great job with their teams. I'll be interested to see what their things is or their teams are. What I am going to allow is that you don't every game you play, you don't have to play the same team. So if you want to play one team your first matchup and then you want to switch it up for your second matchup, I'm going to allow that. That way, if your team just sucks and it doesn't work the way you did, you can tweak it a little bit to how you think you can be victorious with it in the next game.
then I feel a lot better about taking APOC number 1 overall because it's either 300 points or 40 points, baby. Like there's no middle ground. So
yes,
I will say he's actually very,
145,
very good at 150.
I'm going to peg the crap out of Slop APOC.
Ooh, he said it, boys.
oh man, don't threaten me with a good time.
Here we go.
But
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. It was nice talking to some of you. Austin, obviously, I've never talked to Mike before. The rest of you guys, Miles, you were the mayor.
This is great.
I love you to death.
that's okay. I've never met Miles in person for like the last 2.5 years, so
Me either.
I've never met Miles either. All my good friends are out all over the country.
Meeting Miles was an experience. He's gonna bang down heaters and talk about Heroclix. But I love him to death, All right, guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night.
Yep. But yeah, that is going to be our podcast. I will also be putting this up on YouTube in case anyone wants to see the draft board as we are pulling this out. But this was a lot of fun. Definitely want to do this again sometime. Unfortunately, this is something you do every rotation or something like that, so it's not going to be anything we do anytime soon.
I think that's actually a really good idea.
I think so,
every
too.
rotation. I think
Every rotation, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Like I said,
Post Worlds, like a post Worlds thing.
Post World
Pretty
things,
probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's just hard because we get a set every 2 months or so. So then you have to do it all over again. It feels kind of not like a waste of time, but there's more elements that go into the game afterwards. But this was fun. I'm hoping that the one that Adam Friedman is doing is going to be kind of kind of like this. But I really enjoyed this. I love doing fantasy drafts. I've been doing fantasy football for how many years, and I just thought it'd be a fun way to implement this with Heroclix.
So I would 100% agree with the post-world stuff because I think there's 2 problems in Heroclix. Like, number 1, the fact that WizKids doesn't playtest, and number 2, the fact that after Worlds, what are we doing until January?
Until another
and that's
event.
All, right. That's all player driven. That's not. They don't support that. So if we have things like this is an amazing way to keep the game alive. So great job, Adam and everybody else. Let's go.
All right.
Heck yeah.
But that is going to be our podcast. Make sure you check out our sponsors over at Glass Cabinet Hobbies and use code Clixin It to get 5% off your order. And then check out our patrons over at patreon.com/Clixin It to get involved into our giveaways every month. But I hope you guys enjoyed this very long podcast. I know we all did. And we'll see you in the next one. And remember, not all superheroes wear capes. Some roll dice. Have a good night.